in that game weight. The nigga that lost weight, lifted weights or some shit doing with some weight. So he big as hell now. Man, they said nigga got muscles and shit, man. So he ain't bullshit this time.
I like red balls, my type, light skin, that's black, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
I like red balls, my type, light skin, that's black, hello.
GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic. GFN, that's fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good, fantastic.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share so we can get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but just hope you're right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on? Do me a huge favor, man. As y'all come in, please, please, please hit that like button, like and share, like and share, like and share, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can get this thing out here. And let's get into it. Now, we kind of work these from, I guess, like least important to the the grand finale, right? The grand finale is gonna be the whole flying thing and this self deletion. You know what I mean? God damn, what the hell going on here? This shit too bright, man. God damn, but I'm looking light skinned that motherfucker. I can't be doing that. That's not fantastic bleaching the skin. I ain't got y'all niggas gonna get me. Hey, shout out to my man E-Man Perry over there. Make sure y'all man E-Man Perry in both places at the same time, man. Like motherfucking like Kevin Gates and Future got down. 2 phones and same damn time. Shout out, man. Appreciate you, E-Man Perry, brother. That's some dedication right there, man. Hey, make sure if y'all do me a favor. I'm live on Rumble right now too. If you got the opportunity, go over there real quick. Give me a like, you know what I mean? Sub to the channel, all those different things and whatnot, what have you. But yeah, man. So let's start here. All right. So when I heard this, man, and we told y'all, right? And everybody said, oh, where's the collapse? Where's the collapse? Where's the collapse? Where's the collapse? Well, it's coming. It's coming, man. You know what I mean? If it's anything to motherfucking do with finances or whatever, bro, and you understand it, there are fucking trends. There are gonna be shit that just gotta happen, right? Especially being that we know that we never truly came out of the recession in 2008. They handed out stimulus checks and what was it? Hold up, was it stimulus first? And then what did Trump do? What was the thing that Trump gave? Because Trump did Trump give stimulus checks? Or because I know, so in 2008 they did the whole home buyers thing, right? When they bailed out the banks, because the banks literally were giving out bad mortgages, and pretty much the majority of the fucking country was just, the housing market was overinflated because the whole banking industry and a lot of the American economy is based off of the loans made on real estate. That's why the most guaranteed way and quickest way to wealth, and always have been and will be, real estate, right? Because you get to evaluate it or value it in accordance to the market and the price that people are willing to pay and all these different things, and it usually goes up, never comes down for the most part, right? So they had the 2008 thing to where, hey, I think it was a home buyer's tax credit or something. Pretty much they was going to give you money to go out here and get a motherfucking mortgage during the recession, because again, these banks, they had just motherfucking pretty much hit rock bottom and had a financial bailout from the government needed to get back in the business, that what everything they was using in order to motherfucking make money, which is the houses, right? So that shit happened, and instead of letting everything crumble to the ground as they should have, the way that capitalist society is supposed to work, if something is not working financially correctly, it's supposed to die off and be replaced by something better. Okay. All right. You're not supposed to be saved when you motherfucking make bad business decisions and do whatever you want and maliciously and deceptively have practices that are predatory towards, your customers. Since then we've had the whole Bank of America's had a class action suit. What was it? What's the damn bank that everybody used but don't nobody really use? What's that bank that what's the bank that Wells Fargo? Wells Fargo has had like a couple of class action suits, I think. But either way, again, man, if you know anything about fucking economics and trends and shit, eventually this shit has to fall. We're at a point now where this shit has been on the up and up and up and up and up. High, stock market at an all-time high. Dow Jones all-time high. Everything's always at an all-time high, no matter how motherfucking bad we're doing. I think can somebody give me the debt we're in right now? Is it how much? I don't know. How many trillion is it? What's the deficit right now? G Sherelle, hey, baby, I don't never cap. I just wear a lot of them. You know what I mean? And they optional. Don't come over here. Well, passport, listen, what you gonna fly on? Everybody keeps saying it, but you of all people know this. 34 trillion. Appreciate you, Trump toys. 34 trillion, man. Well, brother, even to get to that flight, more likely than not, you're gonna have to get a fucking American flight there. And even like Boeing is Boeing, or I forget what the other thing is, but if it's a commercial flight, man, you got a 50% chance of being on a Boeing motherfucking aircraft. So we have a $34 trillion deficit, right? Bro. We printed the most money we've ever printed in the history of the United States over the last 3 years post lockdown. I think they say what actual physical money makes up about, I think it's less than a quarter of the money that's in existence. So again, what are we doing here, right? Just make sure you got your shit together. Say it again. I was looking at this shit the other day, man. I'm about to start buying the big ass like Culligan water things, because man, when this shit hit, bro, it's gonna hit hard. All right, and they keep talking. Oh, there's no recession. There's no recession. There's no recession. But when I heard this shit right here, nigga. If you can't afford to fucking shop at fucking the Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, and trust me, man, I am all my fucking energy drinks and shit. This is a cheat code to life. All right. Whatever your favorite thing is not like, of course, they start getting Red Bulls and shit too, which fucked me up because I was at the Red Bull and then they started putting stuff in there like $5. I was pissed the other day, man. They put fucking Easter candy in there, and I'm like, hell yeah, they got the motherfucking chocolate, the Reese's chocolate bunnies and shit in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So is it the Dollar Tree? Hell yeah, it's $1. Nope, $5. They put Red Bulls in motherfucking Dollar Tree. I'm like, oh shit, it's $1. Nope, $2.50. So listen, man, even the Dollar Tree ain't $1 no more. You can't trust this shit. You have to sue their ass to motherfucking false advertisement, goddamn. All right. But I get all my little energy drinks and shit, usually like 50% off. Prime energy drinks, Bang energy drinks. Them shits is like $2.50 or more at the convenience store, at any regular store, right? But at Dollar Tree, they're like $1.25. And that's another thing too that I thought about. So think about this, man. What? When was this? When was the Dollar Tree actually $1? 2020. The Dollar Tree was still actually $1 up until 2022. I want to say. Is that right, y'all? Yeah, nigga. OG. Yeah, I was pissed, nigga. I was mad, Erica. That shit ain't funny. Ain't nothing supposed to be no damn $5 in the fucking Dollar Tree. Hell going on. That's what Five Below for. All right, they need to change their name to Some Dollars Tree. Okay, some dollars, few dollars, couple dollars. You can't be out here, yeah, damn $5 in the Dollar Tree. What the hell? About $1. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say 2022 for sure. Dollar Tree is still $1. So like, hey, yeah, hey man, you know, what's the joints I love? The Under Armour, not Under Armour, not Under Armour, fucking Body Armor, drinks and stuff instead of fucking Gatorade. I told y'all the Gatorade's trash. Body Armor got actually coconut water in it. It's got actually like 500 grams of potassium, which is the most thing you need. But hey, it is what it is, bro. Now again, when shit jumped to $1.25, I was like, whoa, now. When the Dollar Tree jumped to $1.25 an item.
Whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
All right. That was trouble. Okay. When the Dollar Tree jumped to $1.25 an item, that was trouble. Why? Because that's a 25% raise in cost of one of the cheapest places you can shop at. So what is that telling you? In order for them to make their profit, just them alone, they had to have a 25% raise in the cost of sales.
Gonna be trouble.
So if it's 25 cents for Dollar Tree, it's 25%. How much is everybody else gonna raise their shit up? And them 25, you know what I'm saying? That shit add up. So now every 4 items, you spit in an extra $1. That's not even including tax. You see what I'm saying? Go back 2 years and shit. The fourth item is, you know what I mean? So now you're losing a whole fucking product from the Dollar Tree per fucking 4 items. Excuse me, per 5 items. You see what I'm saying? Per 5 items. Yeah, Passport, bro, we've been through this. But let's let them tell you what's going on with this shit. Fair use.
It plans to close nearly 1,000 stores across the country after big losses last year.
While they haven't announced which stores are closing at this point, some of the customers say in SoCal, it would be a big loss to some neighborhoods here. McCullough Medina live right now in Long Beach at a Dollar Tree, talking with some of the customers out there. Mac?
Well, yeah, this Dollar Tree is really a lifesaver for a lot of folks here who are on a budget. And in this neighborhood, it's the only grocery store within walking distance for thousands of people. That's why a lot of folks are worried that this store could be on the list. We don't know if it is or not, but a lot of people say they're worried about it.
You know, if they close the Dollar Tree, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Keandra says this dollar store off.
Why the hell they had to have black Oh my God. Why they still doing this to us, y'all? Why are they still doing this to us? Black eyewitness person. No, listen, the black delegation is no longer letting y'all pick the random damn black motherfucking interview person. No longer.
Your relationship with your children.
Oh my God.
No longer letting y'all do this shit, man.
Of Alamitos, north of downtown, helps her make ends meet with high rent and low wages.
I'm kind of on a budget. I've been to LA low.
Oh God. Oh. And not a stud. Y'all know studs, lesbian relationships are some of the most impoverished relationships, right? Did y'all know that? Another fun fact in the stat. Lesbian relationships are the brokest relationships. They're the most violent and they're the brokest. So hey man, bitch, I'm broke. Maybe that's why they always fighting. Maybe that's why they're so violent. I'm broke, bitch. They raised the damn price at the Dollar Tree to $1.25. You know I don't keep no quarters. You know how mad motherfuckers was the day you walked in? Imagine the first day Dollar Tree raised the shit to $1.25. You walk in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You got your dollar and like maybe your dime or whatever. And the motherfucker say 125. Ho, no, baby. No. What's wrong? What you mean? Yeah, we had a raise in store prices. Hold on, let me walk outside real quick. This say Dollar Tree, don't it? It don't say $1.25 tree. What the hell going on here? Bro, I know that was a rough day for Dollar Tree employees, nigga. I know that was a rough day. The day that the Dollar Tree went from $1 to $1.25, but I know that was a rough day.
Local all my life, and the Dollar Tree helped me out because, you know, paying this rent for the apartments, I got to get the necessities that I need.
The discount store chain has about 16,000 stores across the country, more than 650 stores across the state, each store serving about 60,000 people here. And in a lot of communities in Southern California, it's the only grocery store for miles.
They even have food. We even bought some fixtures here, like paintings for our wall.
Lindsay Hurd uses the Dollar Tree regularly for food, diapers, and even decor, she said. She's worried that this store might be on the list to close. Corporate leaders told investors in an earnings call the chain lost $1.7 billion in the fourth quarter of last year.
Listen, say that again. Did y'all hear that? Put what you heard in the chat. Hey, do me a huge favor, man. Hit the like button for me. Y'all know YouTube hates me on this shit, bro. YouTube fucking shits on me anytime they see motherfucking Tinfoil Tuesday. So do me a huge favor, hit the like button. No. Let me run it back for y'all so I can hear it again. Like here you go.
In the fourth quarter of last year, $1 billion in the fourth quarter of last year. A Baker's told investors in an earnings call the chain lost $1.7 billion in the fourth quarter of last year.
$1.7 billion in a quarter. $1.7 billion in a quarter, y'all. Not for the year, in a quarter. One of the cheapest fucking. How do they lose $1.7 billion in a fucking quarter? Everybody keeps saying, man, no, man, ain't no recession. Y'all talking about the boogeyman. Winter not coming. Where winter at? Where winter at? Where winter at? Nigga, you better have your coat. That's all I'm gonna say. You better have your coat, nigga. while you laughing and shit and talking about where it's gonna be at. It's on the sofa. Just make sure you got your coat and your Tim's tied tight.
Big hit that they say created the need to trim down. The closures are expected to be spread throughout the next several years, with 600 locations this year, 370 stores over the next few years as leases expire.
Shout out to Erica. Listen, yeah, man, listen. Don't y'all be buying no motherfucking meat out of the Dollar Tree and Family Dollar and Dollar General. That's not don't give a damn what that meat package say. That ain't no motherfucking, that ain't from no cow, that ain't from no chicken. Okay? If there's clone meat and they say it's out here, I promise you it's in anything with dollar in the title of the store. Okay? All right? Don't be out here buying no motherfucking meat. Okay? Any type of fresh produce product. Not duck. Duck. Don't be buying no fresh product from no goddamn Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. Anything with dollar in it, no. Don't do it. Okay? Yeah. Horse meat, damn raccoon meat, possum meat, whatever that package say, they lying. Okay? Yeah. Whatever that package say, they lying.
They keep some of them around close to the neighborhood.
Yeah, certainly that is a hope for a lot of folks. There's some good news to report when it comes to these low-cost stores. Dollar General, which is a competitor to the Dollar Tree, they say things are looking up for them. They plan to open up more stores this year. We're live in Long Beach. I'm McCollum Medina, NBC4 News.
The battle of the dollar. And I'll give y'all this good article right here from Yahoo. So you can read at your own leisure. And so next we'll move on to that. Listen, man. Shit is getting more expensive. Gas jumped 30 cents, 20 to 30 cents on average, I think, over the last 2 months or so. Trust and believe me. And again, allegedly, all this stuff is pretty much because they know the presidential election is pretty much all over before it even started. The current motherfucker has done such a bad job. Democrats talking about they're not gonna vote for him, period. They're just not gonna vote. They won't vote for Republicans, but they won't vote for fucking whoever the fuck for Biden. Then you got more people that are switching from fucking Democrat to Republican because of the bad job and all these different things. And pretty much they know they're trying everything they can do to keep Trump from fucking, being in an election, but they can't. So in my head, what I say is right before the election starts, which would be somewhere, I say October-ish, or possibly right in November or whatever. If I was a betting man, I would say all this shit they're doing to uphold everything, they're gonna purposely yank the fucking feet from under it, and that's when the crash will happen. Now Trump is held, and you know what I'm saying, you come back into the presidency with one of the worst fucking economies ever, right? And you know what I mean, the highest debt ever, all these different things, and he basically got a motherfucking turn fucking not even water in the wine, motherfucking piss in the motherfucking wine. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, yeah, I'm telling you, bro, this shit is not gonna happen, dog. It's crazy. It's gonna be motherfucking pretty damn bad out here, bro. These companies trying to pick up and move out, and which brings us next to these motherfuckers doing this dirty ass shit right here. Hold on 1 second. I should never close that. Again, we told y'all, been told y'all, bro. None of this shit is fucking happenstance. None of this shit is fucking none of this shit is coincidence or whatever. All the shit you have going on with this border stuff and border crisis, bro, this shit is contrived, dog. That's another thing too. All right. That's another thing too. This border crisis shit, that shit is not motherfucking happenstance. This shit is purposeful. And it's the motherfucking get your ass up out of the way. Get jobs and not just jobs, benefits and tax dollars, hell, shelter, all this shit that your ass gotta work hard and pay for. You ain't getting shit for free. Not even the poor people getting shit for free. But these illegal motherfuckers shutting down schools for it, taking over rec centers for it, giving them fucking free phones, giving them all this fucking welfare and shit, equal to or more. I think they said what the lady was on the thing, telling they gave him $10,000, man. $10,000 in a place to stay just for coming here. Y'all better pay attention to this shit, man. Black people, you know, and a certain sector of black people, they don't need y'all ass no more. Especially after this, the Democratic Party will be completely and totally done with the black community, thanks to black men. Because I forget who said it. I'm trying to remember who told me, but without the 90% of the black vote, the Democratic Party can't win a presidential election. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. I forget who told me. If you guys know who it is that said it, if the Democratic Party does not have at least 90% of the black vote, they cannot. That is not enough for them to win the fucking presidential election, according to the black vote. You feel what I'm saying? So, with this major shift, black men are starting to have and happen and understand, have a better understanding of politics and how politics is supposed to work. Shout out to Ice Cube. Shout out to King Randall. Shout out to all these brothers that are teaching proper politics. Okay? You should not be party based. Yeah, even Killer Mike. Shout out to Killer Mike. Even though he said some wild shit, but that's another thing for another day. We'll just stick to what, you know what I'm saying, where he's writing is at. Black people are still dealing with the Lyndon Johnson curse. You niggas will be voting motherfucking Democrat for the next 60 years. Shit, 60 years is up. What, 65? So what, we got one more year. So yeah. So the Lyndon Johnson curse will be over in 2025, which will be a year after the presidential election. So you know what'd be crazy? That'd be crazy, bro. Be crazy. That shit might be a curse for real. But they don't need you niggas no more. And thanks to black men, we will gladly take the fucking blame. Okay? Shout out to I Am Case. DNC turned black men against black men and used black women to normalize white liberal hate of black men. Black men said enough is enough. Well, again, we gotta stop doing this, man. Listen. I'm not with the fucking. I said this to this dude today. Black women are doing what they're doing on their own. White men nor white women are asking them to be the ops of black men. Nobody is asking black women to be the ops of black men. At this point, they are doing this on their own. Okay, like Patti LaBelle and fucking Michael McDonald. Okay, they're doing it on their own. So we gotta stop giving them the scapegoat and the out of white supremacy or the white folks or white liberals or white anything. Bro, white folks not worried about straight black men. White folks have no concern for straight black men. You know why? Because we're not together enough to have the power base politically or financially to be respected. You know what I'm saying? Because we lack what we should be from just a business standpoint and a financial standpoint. Because remember this now, Asians have a smaller community. Of course, Jewish people have a smaller community. Arabs have a smaller community. All these other groups have a smaller community, but yet and still they have more impact politically and financially in business wise, economically. Why? Because they know how to move within the unit. There's no way we should have the richest, you know what I'm saying, Robert F. Smith, Jay-Z, Kanye, 75% or like I think it's like 85% of the NBA millionaires. I think it's like what 65% or something of the NFL millionaires. All these different things. Then you got the rappers and the entertainers and all these different things. Yet and still, black men don't have any type of power and influence to the point of where, you know what I'm saying, we have our own lobby, or we have the politicians that we build up from ourselves and put in place to fucking make laws and speak on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is why I say the black man renaissance is so important and that we're seeing it in real time. It's slowly but surely happening now. Okay. All right. It's gonna come to the point of where we're like, hey man, look, we're not buying your jerseys, we're not buying your shoes, we're not watching the games, we're not supporting any of this stuff if you guys are not setting up some type of infrastructure in just America alone for us to have a power base. We're gonna have to come to that point. Okay. The endorsements and shit and all that shit is cool or whatever, but we got to stop this shit, bro. We have to start motherfucking being like, hey man, listen. And I'm not saying this whole thing, you being a socialist. You saying you got it. No, what I'm saying is this. Every other group of men does it. All right. I'm not saying do it for free. I'm not saying just give your money away. I'm saying build things, build businesses, build opportunities for black men. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I got to be explicitly clear here. I'm not asking for no handouts. I'm not asking for just donate money to the hood and to the rec centers and all this shit. No. I am saying we need to create the shit that other people are doing, man. We have to. Okay. Any fucking celebrities out here talking about the Democratic Party and all this other shit, hey, cut them off. Done. You sell that shit to somebody else. Get your money from black women because we know better. You got to start holding ourselves to the standard, bro, and start building this shit up to get out of this. You know what I'm saying? The hole that was dug, not by us.
Off 1,200 workers after closing its pork factory in Perry, Iowa, only later to announce 52,000 jobs for migrants.
The company's excuse, migrants are getting the jobs that Americans don't want. A human resources executive for the company telling Bloomberg the migrants have been, quote, very loyal. They've been uprooted, and what they want is stability. What they want is a sense of belonging.
What the fuck are they saying, y'all? Now, not Tyson, but I'm pretty sure in Macon they got Purdue. I think that's what it's Purdue, the Purdue chicken plant, right? These companies do this. Even the military did this. The military had this thing called was it ERB? I think it was ERB. I forget, something review board. I forget what it was. But the military pretty much ran the books and said, hey, look, or the government ran the books of the military and said, hey, look, we got too many people in this motherfucker, right, that are going to be eligible for retirement, and being that they're in here for this long, more likely than not, they're going to retire. The longer somebody stays in over 10, the more it doesn't make sense to get out. You know what I'm saying? If you're fucking 15 years in and you're for me, because you stop being able to be a second and retire in was it like 2011 or something, right? But you made the E6 and you are anything over 10 years. The closer you get, the more you get past 10, the more you're gonna stay in, because again, you can retire, you know what I'm saying, at 20 and get paid for life. Okay. This ain't shit like everybody else to where, hey, you get your retirement and then you gotta wait till you're 60 to get your 401k, your pension, all this other shit and all. No, motherfucker. 20 years, still the best deal out here, man. You know, no matter what you want to say about it, talk shit about it, so on and so forth. 20 years, retired, you know, benefits, all that shit, right? So what they did was they pretty much went through and picked out people. Some people that were like at the threshold. Some people ended up getting retirement just at a lesser thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying, because they were over the threshold or whatever it had to be by the time the process was done. But I think it was like up to like 15 years or some shit, right? So when they did that shit, you know, it was fucked up. But business is business. Even the fucking military is a business, man. Anything where you're paying dollars, people are being paid, people are employees. Okay. The military still motherfucking, you're an employee. All right. You're an employee that you can't quit, but they can't fire your ass. Okay. But they make it hard as hell for you to quit. But even they do it in the military to save money on the back end. Well, Tyson is saying the same thing. Look, why the fuck are we gonna pay these people that want to remember the $20 wage shit you niggas was complaining about? Or $20, we need a living wage. You need living wage. You need living wage. Okay, cool, fine. We'll give you a living wage. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire y'all ass. We're gonna fire your ass. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna hire these motherfucking illegals.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Listen, man, this shit wasn't no happenstance, bro. This illegal shit, bro, got so many motherfucking just rabbit holes and avenues, bro, behind it, dog. I'm telling you, crazy. But 52,000 jobs, y'all. And this is just Iowa alone, not to mention wherever else is gonna be. But this thing is happening in Perry, Iowa. When they said Perry, I thought they was talking about fucking Georgia. But I had to look into it. They said Perry, Iowa. And they're laying off people that have been working for however many years, don't matter. Pretty much cleared out the whole fucking plant and hiring nothing but illegals. Claiming that people don't want to motherfucking work. Motherfuckers been working there for, again, 10 plus years. One dude, I don't know if they're going to do it on here to hit the interview, but he had worked there for 20 years. Shout out to No Guarantees for the 5. I greatly appreciate you, brother. As long as immigrants are eligible to fight whatever war come next, then let them in. It would be a trip. We can't get jobs and still draft it first. Well, nah, bro, that's not go. I told you that's some shit you ain't got to worry about. No way. The current U.S. populace is undraftable. I stand on that. Obesity rate, just non-patriotic, hell, drug addictions, bro. If they had a draft in today's fucking, if they had a draft tomorrow, bro, the people drafted will be out within a month. I would say upwards of 70% of them. And then they end up getting sued because, some reasoning or something, whatever. But the current society we live in is undraftable. All right. But hey.
Let's bring in Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Pete Hegseth. Pete, good to see you. Yes. But again, lower wages, taking American jobs. This was the reason why Democrats were opposed to illegal immigration 10, 15, 25 years ago. But here it plays out. This costs Americans a livelihood.
That's true. It was also the reason why the Chamber of Commerce crowd of the Republican Party was so resistant to Donald Trump back in 2015, 2016, dependent on importing cheap labor. He said, we're going to build that wall. We're going to stop this. I'm going to put Americans first. Wages will rise as a result. And now you've got an inversion of that with the Democrat Party saying, come on in. And then we've heard glimpses of it, right? When Nancy Pelosi said, who else is going to pick our crops, right? I mean, that's their mindset. And the business.
Now, again, the problem is this, bro. We full, nigga. We got enough of those. We got enough of the pickers, the lettuce pickers, the strawberry pickers, the orange pickers, the produce pickers. We got enough of those. We don't need no more. We full. Those jobs right there that nobody wants to do is clearly being taken care of because we haven't had a drop in produce or so on and so forth and all these different things. There's no dearth in that. But when you start moving to the produce plants, now that American people do want to work the job, now that's cap, and you're trying to make Americans seem lazy when no, they're willing to do that motherfucking job. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you got to provide them with the benefits and the pension of working there for so long. I don't know if y'all ever drove by a chicken plant, man, but that shit smells horrible. So I can just imagine working in it. Oh, trust and believe me, anybody that works that motherfucker definitely want to work there. Killing fucking chickens and chicken blood and juice and skin and feathers. Yeah, man. What we talking about? Shout out to Andre. Well, they didn't. So shout out to Andre. Yeah, that's that too, right? So judge in Illinois just said that illegals can own firearms. That's a big no-no. That is every type of legal violation. No. And what makes it so crazy is Illinois, again, is the same state that has been a nightmare for their own citizens in gun ownership. You know what I'm saying? Being able to carry firearms. Y'all know Chicago got some of the worst fucking gun laws, yet that's where all the guns at. For the law-abiding citizen, you really don't have no chance. You got to go through all the hoops and all the other shit and la. Right? There was even a story about this family that had to sue Chicago, or I don't know if it was the city or the state, because they were trying to adopt a child, and the adoption law said that you could not own a firearm, you know what I'm saying, if you were adopting a child. They had to take this shit up to the Supreme Court. Like, damn, so people with children can't protect themselves? Again, and like, you know what I'm saying, one of the most violent fucking cities, you know what I'm saying, per capita.
Businesses are happy to do it when there's no e-verifier, there's no consequences. And so cheaper labor for this business to produce a product. And it's not an easy job. You know, people that do those jobs, they're dirty, they're tough, but Americans should have the first shot, and they should have a good shot at a good wage.
And it's so dismissive, the language that they use, that Americans don't want these jobs. Really?
Americans had these jobs.
Right.
And they lost them.
Correct.
Exactly.
And if you thought about paying, if Americans are doing the jobs, they're going to raise the wages for the jobs too. That's all good for everybody.
Yeah, man. Get y'all niggas up out of here. No, trying to kill Tiananmen Square protesters without outside forces. The local army would not run them over. No illegals in the armed forces. Yeah, that's another big issue and problem too. You can't do that. Listen, man. I don't know if y'all remember this, but they show us this. We have to do cybersecurity, or had to do cybersecurity fucking training every year, right? When I tell you them Chinese motherfuckers, man, be spies. China is the biggest motherfucking like espionage fucking country out there, bro, outside of ourselves. Okay. The last thing you want, and if y'all didn't know, after Hispanic, the biggest fucking people coming over that fucking border are Asian. You hear me? The biggest people, motherfucking after Hispanics, the next biggest fucking demographic, race, ethnicity, culture, whatever you want to call it, are Asian. The signs are in English, Spanish, and motherfucking Mandarin Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Push bell here for, you know, your ass about to die in the desert. Push this button for help type shit. English, Spanish, motherfucking Chinese. Say 60 Minutes did a special on it. They need to. Motherfuckers not paying attention, man. Oh shit. Whoa. Whoa. Let's see. What's the next one? Oh. So more economics. Bitcoin has got everybody going crazy. Okay, the Bitcoin halving. Is it halving or halving? Halving. Okay, yeah. The halving. Okay, a halving. I don't fucking know. The Bitcoin halving. There you go. Halving. There we go. Bitcoin halving is about to hit, right? So Bitcoin hit an all-time high, 73,000 something, but now it's back down. I just looked at it today. Bitcoin is currently sitting at 62,000, right? You know how the shit go, you know how it happens, and so on and so forth. But it peaked at 73. Gold hit an all-time high. And pretty much everybody is just going crazy. You know, crypto. I think they're gonna bring back the fucking crypto keeper and put a motherfucking Bitcoin hat on him. Okay, that's how much niggas talking about crypto. Again, people, the CDBC shit is happening. I say, maybe not this year, but next year, be prepared. All right, gold jumped up. Silver not so much. But if and when the dollar dips, okay, crypto and precious metals are going to be some things to fucking have. It's not financial advice. I'm just saying. Looking at performance of these things, everybody been talking about it, saying, you know, gold ain't shit, gold ain't this, gold ain't that, and nobody silver and all this other shit. Well, we know the research behind it. These economists will tell you that the reason why gold and silver are way cheaper than it should be is that they use the dollar to purposely suppress it. Okay, when you had to get think about it, right? Before the whole fiat money thing, and you had the fucking money backed by you know, gold or silver, actual money. Of course, you had to have the value of that be substantial. But if you're going to say, okay, money is no longer backed by anything, it's just the pretty much the strength of the economy, or the, you know, military behind it, whatnot, what have you, how you want to say it, right? Now, well, you have to keep the fucking price of motherfucking gold down to what's below, because okay, in that case, what the fuck are we dealing with money for? And in Bitcoin shit, that's why I say, man, the Bitcoin thing is still crazy to me, because I'm like, okay, and I still don't, I don't, this just makes it so hard for me to fathom, right? But how can something be 73,000? One of something be $73,000, man, as a form of, you know, you feel what I'm saying? As a form of motherfucking currency, all right? One of it is 73,000 of the fucking reserve currency of the earth. It just makes it so crazy, and it just makes me say, in my head, it's like, let's say everything goes to shit, right? And you got crypto, okay, bro. If there's an EMP or nobody has internet access, what good is the fucking crypto if you can't access it? It's just like the people that had a fucking crypto or some shit, and they say they lost like a crypto wallet or some shit or whatever, what have you, right? Cool, fine, right? But my thing is, you're still able to be fucking controlled, because now you got to be able to fucking transfer the shit over and use it as payment in these places that accept it. And it's still not a lot of people that accept crypto as payment. You know what I'm saying? You got this thing going on right now with the damn credit card companies pulling shady ass shit and monitoring what you're buying and not allowing people to buy ammo and firearms. There's a lot of crazy shit happening, man. All right. But and that's what I'm telling you, you got to be watching this stuff to see what's going on. But and the volatility of it, right? So the shit was just 73,000 what, a week ago? I think a week ago. And now it's dropped $10,000 in you know what I'm saying, less than a week. So and crypto is not like the stock market. That shit don't shut off at motherfucking, ain't no 9 to 5 for crypto. That shit is 24/7, 365. So in my head it says, well, shit, if I, you know what I'm saying, somehow, some way, you know what I mean? It's just way too, and I'm not doubting it. I'm not doubting it. I'm just asking the questions that I don't think people are looking into it as. But and everybody that's for crypto is pro crypto. Oh, shut the fuck up, nigga. You just hating and you mad. Well, again, man, the majority of people missed out. Very few people got in on crypto at less than $100, less than, you know, $1,000, less than $10,000, so on and so forth. So again, that's the majority of people. All right. Most people don't have motherfucking, you know, $73,000 to buy a whole Bitcoin. Most people don't. You're paying the fucking fraction game. You're getting a part of one. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. So Bitcoin, all-time high. Gold, all-time high. Again, another I wouldn't necessarily say indication, but I would say warning for the possible looming downgrading of the dollar, man. Again, your dollar is losing, and the inflation's still going up. They claiming inflation's coming down, but it's not. They're talking about cutting the fucking cutting the interest rates again. They just rose them. Now they talking about because they can't keep up with the shit, they gotta cut the shit to fucking make it look good. And that's why I'm saying, man, I just don't trust none of this shit. All right. I just don't trust it. Yeah, man. Like shit crazy, man. And then somehow, even though it's what is it, y'all? Damn, what's the name? What's the term? Crypto or is it's what? It's not untraceable, but it's what's the term they use for it, for the like the free market shit or whatever? What's the term for it? Yeah, unregulated. Appreciate you, Geechee Dan. Yeah, unregulated, right? And decentralized. Appreciate you. Unregulated, decentralized. There we go. Decentralized. So decentralized fucking currency, right? Pretty much saying nobody can track it, and nobody has anything over it, but you have to report it if you sell it. So if you sell the Bitcoin, you make the profit off the Bitcoin, you have to report it, which, you know what I'm saying? Because now it comes from Bitcoin back to American dollars, and you have to report that, and then you can be taxed on that, which is, you know what I mean, a whole nother thing. So yeah, man, I don't fucking know. It's just crazy to me. I like Bitcoin to trade right now. I can't trust its longevity after what I've seen have after COVID bubble. It showed me hedge funds have it now. Well, yeah, and too, they're doing ETFs now. So if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but they have crypto ETFs now. So you can buy crypto, well, not buy crypto, but now you have fucking crypto ETFs on the stock market, which is, if it's supposed to be decentralized, how the fuck do you get to, put it on the publicly traded stock market? That's what I'm saying. Is I'm not gonna say it's a Ponzi scheme. I know Passport Bros business class in here going crazy. I'm not gonna go that far, but I'm just saying, man, it just seems like a big ass trap to me. Yeah, it just seemed crazy. It just seemed too crazy to me, man. And again, people be putting. I can't wait to drop the link, man. I know you can come up here and go hell, man. But yeah, man, listen, bro. Yeah, I just don't get it, man. It just seems like the biggest fucking thing ever. Because remember, bro, like you said, shout out to Prime, bro. That post fucking COVID bubble shit, bro, and that like billions, how many billions of dollars was fucking erased when the drop happened, bro? That shit soaked up billions of fucking dollars, dog. When that shit happened, what, 2021 or 2022, when you had that major fucking dip when it went down from like 40 bands to like 20 some bands, or did it? No, I think it was sub 20 bands. Crypto went from the all-time high to like 40, and it dipped all the way down to like, back in the teens and some shit. It's crazy, man. So yeah, I listen, man. I just don't know. And my thing is like, because nobody, it's like the whole what was the shit? The the meme stocks, right? The stonks. Motherfuckers held on and held on and held on and held on like this shit a game, bro. This ain't no motherfucking game, bro. This ain't no game, dog, bro. This is what's that? You gotta cash. You only make money if you cash out. You have to cash out in order to get the money. Otherwise, it's just, oh, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. All right. Well, shit, if you don't ever fucking get the money, hey, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, gold and Bitcoin all-time high. Hey, this is not financial advice. Do your research. Talk to your financial advisor and invest wisely. That's all I say. But now, we're to the fucking grand finale, man. All heroes don't wear capes. Okay. All heroes do not wear capes. And those of us that dare tell the truth sometimes do it at our own detriment. You know what I'm saying? But this guy right here, we're going to let him talk to y'all.
I know that he did not commit suicide. There's no way.
First tonight, our investigative reporter Ann Emerson has new information in the death of Boeing whistleblower John Barnett. A close family friend of Barnett says he predicted he might wind up dead, that a story could surface that he killed himself. But he told her, don't believe it. Ann?
Tessa, Barnett's family friend Jennifer said they had talked about this exact scenario playing out, but his words seemed like a premonition. He told her, don't ever believe it.
I knew John because his mom and my mom are best friends. And so over the years, get-togethers, birthdays, celebrations, and, you know, whatnot, we've all got together and talked. And, you know, that's how we really know each other.
And when Jennifer needed help one day, Barnett came by to see her. They talked about his upcoming depositions in Charleston. Jennifer knew he filed an extremely damaging complaint against Boeing. He says the aerospace giant retaliated against him when he blew the whistle on unsafe practices.
Listen, that whistleblower shit, bro. That whistleblower shit is, bruh, worth nothing. That whistleblower shit is pretty much you lucky to even get somebody to hear the case after the fact. After it's been done, you have to have years of documentation and proof to support it, that it was retaliation for you exposing something or talking about something. That Whistleblowers Protection Act, bro, is bullshit. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm still gonna do it. The bullshit they pulled with me, bro, on that fucking boat was illegal, immoral, inhuman, just fucking diabolical. Simply because I said, hey man, look, y'all motherfuckers got me the first time with this bullshit, but I'm not putting this mRNA bullshit. Not doing it, dog. I'm not. People laughed and they giggled and they, nigga, that's why you gotta stay on the boat. And I was like, okay, cool, nigga, I'm good. I'm not gonna be on no motherfucking mesothelioma goddamn commercial like your dumb ass because you just want to go, you know what I'm saying, party on shore for 2-3 days, nigga. All right, holler at me in 20 years, motherfucker. All right. When your heart don't work. All right, and now you gotta stay on motherfucking pills just to survive. I hope it was worth it. Ha, who laughing now? But yeah, man, the shit they did, bro. I'm telling you, and the military members are the first fucking guinea pigs. Coercive tactics. They literally had fucking captains, bro. That's a whole bunch of gobbledygook. That's all. Everything you're hearing that people saying about, you know, the vaccines not being safe and whatever. And mind you, a Navy medical officer reported he did the same shit. Whistleblower, right? Hey man, after this motherfucking COVID shit happened, bro, we've had an increase in miscarriages. We had an increase in women's reproductive issues and problems. We've had a fucking 100%. You know, I won't give actual numbers, but because they might try to get me for. We've had, you know, all of these medical issues in the military tracked after this motherfucking mandatory, you know, vaccine thing. YouTube, that shit don't play with me on the shit. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna fucking put an article in here to support it so they can't do it. Okay. But yeah, man, that shit, and it was said before Congress, and Congress motherfucker tried to act stupid like he could speak it in English. Bro, that whistleblower shit, bro, is just no protection for it, bro. So, and then furthermore, hey, you gotta know who you're going up against.
For more than 30 years, Barnett was a quality manager. He'd recently retired and moved back to look after his mom in Louisiana.
He wasn't concerned about safety because I asked him, I said, aren't you scared? And he said, and his voice and the way he would talk, no, I ain't scared. He said, but if anything happens to me, it's not suicide. You know, I know that he did not commit suicide. There's no way. He loved life too much. He loved his family too much. He loved his brothers too much to put them through what they're going through right now.
and he basically told you not to believe it.
Yeah, basically.
So basically, it's just her account of saying like the dude said he didn't kill himself. A lot of people have to put that fucking disclaimer out here anytime you're gonna go against the government or a big business and whatever, bro. The remember, what are the two biggest things that the airlines fucking or not even the two? I'll just say the one. Well, no, it's two. So the two biggest things that the airlines benefited from in over the last 30 years? Yeah, over the last 30 years. What are the two biggest things that benefited the airlines over the last 30 years? Let me drop this link so y'all can come up here. Nope, not consolidation. It was an event that happened. That's one of no baggage fees. Nope, it was an event that happened that benefited airlines the most. There you go. There you go. That shit happened, and the airlines had all motherfucking power, nigga. Try to double. Yep, that shit right there, one of the biggest motherfucking scams ever. Act up on the fucking plane if you want to. Act up in the fucking airport if you want to. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get you in here, Royce. Let me finish it up. Yeah, man. Telling you, this shit is just crazy, dog. That and then the Aviation Act he's talking about. Appreciate you, Nanashi no Monogatari. Appreciate. Damn, I just killed that, but appreciate you, brother. So this right here not only gave them the authority to fucking kick your ass off the plane and make shit dangerous and put your ass on a no-fly list and all this shit, right? But remember, they had to go to Congress because they purposely started fucking just skyrocketing the price of airfare. They purposely started shrinking the size of the seat and leg room and all this other shit. They started making the fucking putting more seats into the aircraft so they could pack more people in there and get more money. You know what I'm saying? All the shit they was able to do, man, post that. And now it's just pretty much this unstoppable thing because again, you can't stop, you can't just shut down again. The airports didn't shut down during COVID, remember? Airports didn't shut down during COVID. Which was crazy because if everybody's supposed to be, nobody's supposed to be traveling, nobody's supposed to be getting anywhere. How and why in the hell can an airplane fly in a literally tight, airtight, sealed place with multiple people? You know what I mean? That's what I'm like, bro. It was so much shit happening with that, and I was like, bro, this shit might not making no sense. Put the mask on, and that's gonna make a difference. Come on, man. What are we doing? Right, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Patriot Act was part and parcel. Yeah, but yeah, man. The whole fucking that thing, right? So now Boeing, what pretty much happened was had a engineering flaw of this fucking this door that they put on there, and he came out with all the information talking about the practices that they were, trying to rush to put things together, all shoddy, and talked about how, hey, this door is an issue. We don't have the proper fucking hardware, the cabin pressurization, all these different things and shit that's happening, right? And lo and behold, man, here we go. So you guys can see it. Hold on real quick. As of February 2024, the Boeing MAX 737 has involved in 529 aviation accidents and incidents. The most serious problem is a design flaw that led to 2 fatal crashes in 2018 and 2019, killing 346 people and grounding the aircraft for 20 months. The crashes were caused by false readings from the maneuvering characteristics, augmentation systems, the MCAS, and automatic flight control feature that caused the planes to pitch down. Okay. So that's just that. You know what I mean? That would pretty much for us be like AFCS, AFCS system, or what you guys would call the autopilot system or whatnot, what have you, right? And your pitch is here. So pitch is up and down. Yaw is left to right, and then roll, of course, is like this. Okay. So pitch up and down, roll side to side, and yaw is like turning left or right. So this was 2019, and they grounded for 20 months. So they're not even talking about the shit that happened with the blow door shit. All the blow door shit started happening recently over the last year, within the last year. What you come to find, right, when you have a flaw, especially if it's mechanical, that is going to happen, especially for airframes that are built around the same time. So if you use the same hardware, and everything's the same, right? You have one failure, and that's a point of failure. That failure is pretty much going to domino effect and going to continue to happen until you rectify it and all the other, because it's pretty much telling you, oh, it's withstood the stress and the strain and whatever, whatnot, what have you, for this point in time. But now the either, like, the shimming was wrong, you had vibrations that's, rocked something loose or sheared the boat or did whatever it's done, and so on and so forth, to the point as of now, okay, it can't take it no more. So, and again, all the ones that were placed around that same time are going to start doing the same. So what he talked about, he pretty much exposed that and a whole lot of other things with their practices of maintenance. And he was going to have to report this towards, like, for Congress, bro. So you can't let this man get out of motherfucking say this shit. That's why I say, man, listen, this whole truth teller shit, man. Hey, it ain't no easy thing now. That shit sound good. You gotta be careful. You better know. You gotta have your people. Listen, if I ever go to the point of where I'm trying to go up against, something, I'm never gonna be by myself, ever. Nigga, I'm getting a dog. I'm getting cameras on everything. I might motherfucking live stream my life 24/7, 365, nigga. Because you're not finna motherfucking, well, he killed himself. No, sir, not me. I love me too goddamn much. But again, man, this is another good one for y'all. I told y'all, bro. Listen, y'all have not seen this movie, you slipping. One of the best motherfucking Denzel Washington performances ever. And this right here is one of the most truthful statements ever. Okay? From the movie Fallen.
Hey, you! Y'all denied the money, what?
Syrian Aramaic. How clever.
Jesus.
Honey, is there something?
True what I said, though. I do know who you are. Caesar.
Where'd you get that? From Milano's place? You found something up there. Well, some things, pal, you shouldn't know.
Like what? Like what?
And if you know, you should never, ever tell.
That little creepy dude there, man, that's a little scary motherfucker. Okay? That's a little scary ass motherfucking little midget man. Okay? That's a true life statement, man. Listen, there's some things you should not know, bro. And if you do know, don't let nobody else know you know that shit, bro. Unless you got all your motherfucking ducks in a row. You got, you know what I'm saying, everything set up to like go to war to protect yourself, to keep you motherfucking from seeing Uncle Charles goddamn. Because, hey, man, they definitely motherfucking, you know, allegedly got Buddy up out of here. Go ahead, Royce, brother. It's on you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, what a fantastic, man. It's been a minute, but I'm here. Man. Yeah, you what you were saying about the Whistleblower Protection Act being trash.
Yeah.
110% true. I fought my department 10 years trying to use Whistleblower Protection Act, and I went through the feds, and they basically told me, and I had witnesses. They told, but the witnesses wouldn't talk. They said no witnesses, no infractions, no crime.
Yeah, man.
And I had to let it go after 10 years.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you. And like I said, and even if you, like I said, bro, that's the thing about it, right? If you're depending on somebody else, they pretty much gonna shake that tree and most motherfuckers gonna fold, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they already know that they got an advantage in that more likely than not. But you know what I'm saying? And if you don't have if you got that documentation and you know some type of, you know, visual or physical evidence, now, hey, you better be watching over your motherfucking shoulder.
That's why I tell guys on my channel, because I did a few videos on how to deal with basically workplace bullies. And I tell anybody, if you get into a conflict situation with bosses or higher ups, and you know it's not going to go your way, start recording them. Don't let them know you're recording, but start video and audio recording them, everything they say. Write down names, dates, record all of that stuff. And if once you're ready to go, understand this: you could lose your career, or you could lose prospects of career growth and stuff. You're going to pay a price. They're going to make sure of it.
Yeah, man. And like you said, right? Another big thing too. Glad you said that. One party consent state. Know if you're in a one party or two party consent state, that's a major thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even in the cases where people say, especially like if it's audio recording, you usually can't do anything but video. But I had to go to the tax, down to the tax office, like a month last month to get some of my previous taxes correct, right? And they had a thing of where you can request like, hey, I don't want this shit to be recorded. So, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations and things. So, know the laws of your state when it comes to recording people. If you're the one party consent state, bro, hey, more than likely you're good to go. Again, this isn't legal advice. Look into it. But then you might have signed some type of non-disclosure or forfeited that in being hired. So you got to look into that too.
Yeah.
Because remember, there's been cases, right, to where people ended up, and they had the evidence, but the evidence was inadmissible because by company policy or by whatever, you know what I'm saying, they weren't able to do it legally. So it is what it is. But shout out to my man, Passport Bros Business Class in the building. What's up with you, fam?
Hey, what's going on? Fantastic.
Hey, man, I can't complain.
So on this Boeing issue, the 737 MAX, in my opinion, that was a shit plane. I wrote on one of those things. I'm lucky to be alive. Really small, crappy bathroom, not very big. Even the business class section was terrible. Personally, I prefer Airbus, and Airbus is now getting a lot more orders because of the fact that Boeing fell behind and they had to ground a lot of those 737s because of the fact that they kept on, crashing into the ground because, they were fighting the pilots. It was basically, they were designed to decide how they wanted to approach the ground, and the pilots had to end up fighting the things, and the things would crash the whole fucking plane. That happened 2 times in a row. You probably remember that. It was within like the last 5 years. But I'm actually glad to see Airbus doing better because Airbus is actually a superior product. They make a better plane. It's more comfortable. They have less of the cost cutting. Obviously, this guy, I don't know how this guy didn't do his best to hide himself, because when you're going to testify against a company that big, especially a military industrial complex company, you got to know that these people are coming after you. Because if I would have been sleeping with my gun on top of my pillow, because you know they're coming. But apparently, this guy, he just, I don't know. I guess
they got him in. They didn't get him at home, Truck. They got him in the
in the parking lot.
Let me tell
they
you
got him in the parking lot.
I'd have had the piece on me. Fuck the cops. I'd have had something on me. Wait,
bruh, they got. Listen, I promise you.
And by the way, how did he die? Like
they got him in the parking lot.
No. I understand that, but how did he die?
Supposedly
gun wound.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted gun wound, bro, in the parking lot.
I would have fucking no. I would have hit
you're
out.
Not gonna see it. Listen,
basement.
Truck. You're not gonna see it coming, bro. Listen, bro. It's this book I got. Was it Wolves, Foxes, and Jackals? I forget what the name is, bro. It's a whole book out here, bro. I'm gonna give you the exact name, but let's just go over there, right? They talk about, like, bro, real deal, real life assassins. Truck, you ain't got no chance, fam.
No, listen, I totally understand that. My thing is, it's like I would have been hiding somewhere. I would have been in somebody's basement somewhere. On the other subject about this inflation situation, inflation started going up in 2021, right after the Russian-Ukraine war started. Now, me personally, I don't know exactly what the connection is between interest rates and the bonds, U.S. bonds, that are held by the Russians and the Chinese. But the reality is that's when they started raising interest rates, and they refused to lower interest rates. And I guarantee they're not going to lower interest rates significantly until this war with Russia, Ukraine is over. That 2021, that's when you saw gas prices skyrocket. That's when you saw $6 and $7 gas prices. That's when you saw housing suddenly become unaffordable because the inventory dropped. And that's when you saw the interest rates go to 7%. I don't think they're going to drop interest rates until this is over, and I don't foresee this being over for a while. Now, Vladimir Putin just got reelected. Fortunately for him, he was running basically unopposed because nobody else wants to be thrown out a window. And
or poison.
Yeah, and I think America needs to re-examine the way we do things, because the thing about it is Putin is going to be around until he dies, and he'll be president until he decides not to be president anymore. Biden's will come and go. Trump's will come and go. Clinton's will come and go. Obama's will come and go. But Putin's still sitting there. So I think America really needs to reevaluate, because the shit that we're doing now, all it's doing is really hurting us. That man still got his position. He's going to be president for life. Xi is going to be there up until the party elects somebody else, just like Juntao, who they replaced him with. But some of these countries, you're literally going to see these people sitting there forever. So, America really needs to reevaluate some of this shit.
Yeah, same thing with Buddy in like North Korea and shit, right? Or whatever. Pretty much today.
Kim Jong will be there till his sister take over or his son take over.
Yeah, and what Fidel Castro was, and same thing, bro. When you get in these communist countries, bro, ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Russia's not communist. Russia is a federation of capitalist states.
Okay, like I said, okay. All right.
Shit, we're more communist than they are.
Okay. Chuck, you know good and hell well. Unofficial.
I know good and hell well what?
Russia is unofficially fucking communist, bro.
No. Russia is no longer communist. The Soviet Union is gone.
No longer is that. You see how you get.
No. Russia was never communist. No. That was the Soviet Union.
I'm not doing this with you, man.
No, but my thing is, America's more communist than Russia is. I mean, y'all complaining about having fucking COVID injection shoved up your ass, and you're complaining.
Whoa, brother! Ain't nobody putting nothing in nobody's ass now. Whoa,
you're complaining about your children being taught that they're not boys and not girls, and they can't go to the bathroom they want to go to, and this, that, and other. And you got boys fighting girls on the athlete teams. It's like, we're more communist than they are. Even they don't go for that shit.
Well, yeah, crazy.
They don't go for that over there. You know they don't go for that over there. All that fucking LGBT shit in high school. You know they don't go for that.
Yeah, they got rid of all that shit. But yeah, the name of the book was Wolves, Jackals, and Foxes: The Assassins Who Changed History, bro. That shit right there lets you know. Listen, dog. If they send like professional people at you, and you talking about the air industry, Boeing, like you said, Truck, Boeing ain't just motherfucking airlines, motherfucker. That is the biggest military, not the biggest, but
Military
one of the
industrial
biggest.
complex.
Yeah, one of the biggest military contractors out here, dog.
Do you own shares in it? Because right now is a good time to buy.
It's going down a little bit more. Hell, if I knew how to fucking short and shit, I would definitely short the fuck out of it. But right now, but that shit's still gonna drop some more. But yeah, man. Just this shit alone, bro. It's just waking you up, man. You got to be careful. You got to, like you say, I'm definitely with you, Chuck. I would never be by myself if I was going up against any type of giant like this. I wouldn't. I just not me, because I already know how.
Let me tell you, you know what he should have done? That man should have made like some audio recordings for like a couple of hours, like he was making podcasts or some shit. And he should have just left that in somebody's capable hands. He sent out a couple 100 copies, because basically when you go up against the military-industrial complex, your days are basically numbered. If they'll kill John F. Kennedy, you know they'll get you. You know,
allegedly.
I think what he should have done was he should have gone over to Russia. He should have asked for asylum. That's what he should.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? So, not just that. Damn, I had it and I lost it. A lot of these, like you say, man, a lot of these people, dog, when you are fucking up $1 billion industries money, dog, you're putting something that's literally, and that's what we really need to be asking. What did this man know? Like, what did he know, right?
Well, he was gonna testify that you don't really need to turn your electronics off when they're getting ready to tax you.
Come on, right? That's the dumbest shit. That's just like cut your car off before you pump your gas. Like, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here.
He was gonna testify that they put extra seats on in order to charge more for legroom.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, it's whenever you're going up against giants and shit like that, bro. Even like, you know, that shit's going on with what Snowden. Who's the other dude? The other guy,
Assange.
Assange. Yeah, Julian Assange. So Julian Assange and Edward Snowden, bro. Listen, they already know, bro. You get over here, bro. Your ass getting motherfucking you getting what's buddy name that had you getting Epstein, nigga. You getting Epstein. Yeah, you getting Epstein, bro. Trust and believe that, or better yet, Clinton. No, don't fuck around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get Clinton, not this motherfucker. But yeah, man,
you be like Obama's cook that was out there paddleboard.
Yeah, nigga was like a world champion swimmer, and somehow he drowned.
Right,
he drowned in the motherfucking in the pond.
Now how does that make you feel as an American that we're sitting back laughing at people who've been literally absolutely abused by the American fucking justice system?
Truck. It's not it, man. Listen, man. You got to laugh to keep from crying.
When I say something like America's more communist than Russia, it's like you really should take that shit seriously.
No, dude. No, trust me, truck. I don't even think it. I don't even put it as communism. It's far more sinister than that, man.
Fascism.
Yeah,
it's fascism.
Because like I said, we're literally it's happening right before our eyes, and enough people don't even understand or realize to fight back. Motherfuckers actually, bro. You got grown ass people our age and older, bro, that's talking about, oh, there's more than two genders. You know, a child should be able to choose wherever they want, and if you don't agree with the child, then we should be able to take them. Crazy shit, man.
It's the globalist agenda, man.
You know what I mean? Crazy shit. Maps are okay. We shouldn't condemn maps. Nigga, ain't nobody use no map in motherfucking 30 years. The fuck y'all talking about a map? We're gonna come in with this another map shit. Hey man, put them motherfuckers where they need to be. Yeah, man, right before our eyes, I'm telling you.
It's really scary. Because I was listening to Fox News. They were talking about all the things that they're throwing against Trump and making it so that he can't even appeal and making it so that he can't even get bonds and everything. And I just hope to God that when he wins, I just hope he comes after them with a sledgehammer. I really do.
Well, that's the thing. I say the same thing, bro. I hope he does. You feel me? I really do hope he does. I hope he does do that, but is he gonna do it?
No, I think he will.
But if he did, that would be great. Because the whole drain the swamp thing, he didn't really get the fucking. I think he had his second term, he would have did it, but we gonna see.
I really, really, really hope.
I hope you do, and I hope he does. That's what I'm saying. Because
I'll tell you, if he wins, first of all, it's going to be absolutely historic because he's going to write the largest pardon ever seen in the history of man. But on top of that, the left knows that if he wins on day 2, it's war. They know. They already know, and I'm anxious to see it.
As it should be. And on top of it, I think it's gonna be a lot of you know what I mean? A lot of fucking big moves in fucking Congress and the Senate too.
Oh,
So that's why I say, man, hey, bro, get yourself together, bro. And I think we're gonna see a big uptick in black men being congressmen and senators. Not senators, I don't know so much, but congressmen for sure.
Well, you know what the scary thing? See, the problem is, as far as I think the Republicans have an easier time holding the House than they do the Senate because the House elections are more local. But the Senate elections, if we could take out this whole thing about cheating and ballot stuffing and absentee ballots and all that, if we could get rid of just that, I think the Republicans would do better. But the only problem that I see is right now the Republicans really don't have any stars. They've got Boebert.
Right.
I remember back when Obama was running, all of the Democrats running was stars. All of the Republicans running was stars. Now it's like these people are like just boring. It's like
all milk toast.
Yeah,
Milk toast.
like you on either side. I remember like you had Grayson running. You had all these big names. It was like everybody was a rock star. That was back in like 2008, 2009. But now it's like the House is easier for the Republicans to keep, and it's harder for you to cheat because these people all do local elections. They know who they're voting for. They know nobody in their area is voting for anybody else. But when you start getting to the state level, Democrats are fucking cheaters. And my thing is, Trump better be careful because they might kill his ass, or they might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Chuck, we hadn't seen it in such a long time. What the last attempt was Reagan, right? And that's because and that's because Reagan was crazy enough to talk about motherfucking bringing back the gold standard or getting rid of the fucking the federal bank, right?
They just winged him.
Yeah, they had to send his ass a reminder. They had to let him know. Everybody else has played ball, but the biggest proponents of New World Order has been not Clinton first. Clinton was a part of it definitely because he was a student under the guy that wrote fucking what's his name, y'all help me out. It'll come to me. But when the first Bush got up there and talked about the New World Order and so on and so forth and going forward, and then you had Clinton right behind him. So
was it Noam Chomsky?
Quigley. So Quigley,
yeah, that's what. Okay,
yeah. Quigley tells that he was he was the professor of Bill Clinton and all these different things. So, bro, we gonna get back into that too. I promise y'all. I promise you are, bro. This New York World Order shit, man, has been so, and then the ties between come to find out Obama and somehow they locked in with the Bushes and I don't know if it was Bush Senior or the little Bush that always give her like a piece of candy or some weird shit. It's just so much shit tied into that shit, bro. It's just crazy. But yeah, man, this shit been, and then hell, Biden is just a fucking pretty much a damn sock puppet for whoever
Obama,
is, whatever. Yeah, So yeah, bro, it's crazy shit out here. Yeah.
Yeah, Carol Quigley. That's who it was.
Yeah, man.
Well, I don't know how this ends. All I do know is Russia and China are still going to be the major players.
Yeah, and the thing with that union, that's an uneasy union. If you looked at that interview that Putin did with Tucker Carlson, in so many words, if you look at what he was saying, he really wants to get away from China, but he's in a situation to where Russia owes China so much money, they can't. So so that's why he's sending out smoke signals to the U.S. like, come and let's make a deal, let's sit down and talk. And it's like people wasn't really reading in between the lines of what he was saying, but that's what I saw. I was like, he's telling us in so many words, come, let's make a deal and let's make a move against China because they know China is a problem.
Well, Royce, I'm on, and then I'm gonna bring you in right after this. Savage Red Recovery. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah, man, but you know what's still going on with that, right? So Russia is the scapegoat used for all of the funding of the conflict with the country that they're in conflict with.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? So as long as Russia has to stay the enemy, they're never gonna sit down at the table and broker any type of deal, because if they do that, now you can't, you know what I'm saying? The billions upon billions of dollars that are being,
Well, it's not Russia, it's us. It's the U.S. It's not Russia, because go back and watch that video, that interview that Putin did with Tucker Carlson.
I'm agreeing with. I'm agreeing with you. We on the same page. But I'm saying, for the optics of the people that don't know no better, the people that believe what they're told in the propaganda of the fucking what's name.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I
see what you're saying.
They got invested money. All the congressmen and women, and the current president and shit, whatever, got they got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? In that whole situation that's going on with the whole Russia situation. But shout out to my man Savage Red in the building. What's up with you, fam? Go ahead.
Well, I honestly think that I think Putin is he wants out from the the new world order, and I think America and Russia has always had a very close relationship. Even I think during the Iron Wall and the Cold War, I think that we had a way tighter relationship than they let on to the public. Like, we bought Alaska from them. Like, we're super close. Like, if they were going to invade us or we were going to invade them, they're not far from us through Alaska. So I think a lot of these populists that are being elected, that are trying to go against the New World Order, I think that's really what Ukraine's about. I think that's why, because if you also remember, we sold Clinton sold a bunch of uranium to Russia under Obama. Like that whole White House ended up selling uranium to Russia back during his presidency. So, like, obviously, I think he was playing ball at one point, just like he's playing ball with China because he has to.
Exactly. We're on the same page, Red.
But that's why he's been a nationalist, and he was building up his supplies, and he was being self-dependent and self-reliant. That's why when he decided to go in Ukraine, it didn't really hurt his economy like that, because they had already adjusted years prior to that. But he was, like, in Ukraine, they were going through bioweapon labs, and they were going through, like, they were doing all sorts of stuff that wasn't really strategic to capturing the land. I just don't trust them, that's all.
Is somebody lighting a cigarette?
Yeah, it's me lighting this cigar.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So yeah, that whole thing right there, bro. Like I said, it's a lot of shit going on with that. Gotta watch it, bro. And that's why I said all this stuff. Like I said, they're trying, and I said this. Y'all remember I said this shit as soon as I got back on the boat, bro. They need to crush the America as we know it before Trump gets back in. If Trump gets back in, that was the whole thing for Biden being elected. Trump was, whether I know everybody say, selected, not elected. But again, I'm telling y'all, bro, just like they have to take some motherfuckers out, because, John F. Kennedy went off script. Abraham Lincoln went off script. A motherfucker can start being down with the shits or be a part, right? But if you don't follow that motherfucking shit to the T, now you're in the way, because like you said, you're dealing with fucking globalists. You're dealing with much bigger shit that everybody got to fucking report to. And it's not just America. America is just, I guess the most one in the forefront, because it's the most popular country or whatever, right? And it's pretty much, sets all the tone for the world. But yeah, bro, these people, when they take these people out, everything from Gaddafi to Saddam Hussein.
I'm glad you touched on that, because I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah, like, bro, this shit is not happenstance, dog. You know what I mean? It's like they did Buddy, in Training Day. Hey, you got to get taxed, man. You got to get down and lay down. You start going against shit that's gonna fuck up, you know what I'm saying, their plans. Hey, man, you either better just go hide somewhere, or get ready to get drugged through the streets of your motherfucking country.
Yeah, but Russia and China were always against their plans. Like everybody, people have been saying it for years that the New World Order needed to bring Russia and China into line. And I think they actually screwed up and they failed with this Russian-Ukraine conflict, and now that China and Russia have decoupled from the American economy, it's not as easy as just, flipping a switch and cutting them off, because what they really wanted to do was they wanted regime change. They wanted to get Putin out of there. Now this dude's in there for God knows how long. And China's not going nowhere. China's going to stay exactly the way China is. So, the New World Order, they can do whatever they want to Europe. They can deindustrialize Europe, but Russia and China ain't going for it.
But no, well, they want everything to be like China. China is the way they want it to be.
It's the blueprint.
Yeah.
Like
Go ahead, Savage.
I disagree with you when it comes to Russia. I think Russia itself is just the bad guy that they need an enemy for. But China's being propped up since the 70s. Like the whole reason that they did those trade deals and they allowed so much businesses to get pushed to China was because they wanted to build China up so they could crush America. Because
under that most favored nation status, Kissinger talked about that in his book on China.
Well, China pretty much is the China pretty much was favored to become the next like power, because they've been hauling out America for 60 years. That's the reason they're bringing all these illegals in. Like, did you just see where Obama's federal judge he appointed stated that illegal aliens can now carry guns legally in America?
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah, we talked about that. We brushed on that. Yep.
Yeah, so they have to take America down, because America is the only country in the world that you can't invade. There's too many people with guns, so they can't really do, like, we're too big. We're one of the largest countries, and we have more guns than people in it. So traditional war isn't going to work on us. So you have to break down the economy, get people strung out on drugs, get people to not like America and not feel that
anti-patriotism. Yeah, Savage. I talk all the bro. The biggest thing is the anti-patriotism, man. And again, I told you the biggest finesse they ever did to during the whole Trump thing was nationalists, and them fucking adding white to it to make it a racist term, to make it a racist thing for you to be a nationalist.
Right.
When everybody's everybody celebrates, the world celebrates nationalism every 4 years during what?
Election time.
No, not election.
Oh, World
Olympics.
Cup.
The Olympics. Thank you. The Olympics. The Olympics is all about fucking nationalism. Okay, you fly that motherfucking flag. You race. You lift. You box. You play basketball. You do whatever the fuck you do for your nation. But the propaganda behind it, like you said, man, if you just add one little thing to it, and people are so dumb, bro. Social media is so dangerous, bro, because people don't have the people already aren't taught how to learn, right? They don't know what to look for, so the manipulation is that much easier. I tell y'all, man, this shit on here, the shorts and TikTok and whatever, even the attention span of Americans, that shit is being attacked like a motherfucker, to where, hey, 1 minute or less, and that's what you want. Quick, fast, immediate fucking dopamine rush, all this other shit, and so on and so forth, to just kill IQs, man. Then you talk about the kids can't read, the kids aren't fucking learning anything. They're passing these kids purposely, bro. And it's not just the black kids, bro. It's a dearth. It's been a
all of them.
Yeah.
This TikTok shit is turning all these fucking kids' minds into mush. And I'm still waiting for this goddamn Congress. They should have banned this shit years ago.
Well, they got it. The only reason they do it now because it's affecting the image and the global opinion of a certain country, a certain place.
No,
Realistically, they could claim national security and they could ban TikTok over just national security. My thing is, they should have done this already, and I have no idea why they haven't already done it. Like, now it's going to the poster about trying to make them sell it and all that. I don't think they're going to bend to that, and they're not going to sell it because the whole point of it is to make these dumbass kids dumber than they fucking already are. So the thing, I'm so pissed off with them for just that. You know, it's just ridiculous at this point.
Well, they didn't ban it because you have people in you have people in government that are communists and are tied in with communist China. But the reason that Joe Biden wants to ban it now is not because of Israel. It's because of you have the Palestinian protesters that are making him look bad. And if you look at the numbers, TikTok has thrown crazy amounts into the algorithm for anything that has to do with Palestine and protesting. So when he went to do that speech and he was being protested on it, and like they stopped his route, like the far left is actually hurting Biden. So they're trying to take a stance and trying to ban it to try to quell the protesters. Yes, I am.
Yeah, you borked out for a couple seconds. So go back like 10 seconds.
All right. So the reason that they're banning it is because the protesters are making Biden look bad, and if he takes a stance against the far left by pushing them out or going against them, then he's going to lose the election. So the only way for him to still stay in favorable grace with the far left is to get rid of TikTok, hoping that the algorithm of TikTok will stop pushing the pro-Palestine view, because Michigan, Muslims aren't going to vote for him. The Muslims aren't voting for him en masse all over the country, and he has to have the far left. He has to have that vote. 50% of black men are not voting for Joe Biden, as the polls say right now, which we all know that if the black community votes at, I think it's 79%.
No, I thought I thought it was less than 90%. So if the black community as a whole, if they cannot get, if I'm correct, y'all help me out in the chat, y'all. My understanding is if they cannot get 90% of the black vote, right? They cannot get 90% of the black vote, they can't win. Democrats can't win based off the black vote. My understanding.
I think it's 80%.
Okay.
But
I think it was something like 91. The last time I saw a number, it was like 91%.
I'm trying to remember, Savage. Somebody just said this within the last couple of months, and I wish I would have probably saved it or whatever somewhere. But my bad. Go ahead.
I think it's like 80%. I could be wrong, but regardless, if 50% of black men don't vote for them, that should put them in the margin to where they can't win. So that's why you're going to see more stuff about race. You're going to see a lot more stuff happening with T attacks or shootings in public. You're going to see a lot more stuff come the closer we get to the election. But they for sure need that black vote, and they need the far left vote. A lot of the loopholes that they used in 2020 have been closed in a lot of places.
Good.
So
if you notice they've been running a lot of them old police brutality videos again on social media. They've been all over the place when you didn't see them hardly last year. Now you go on like Twitter, you go on like Facebook and stuff, and YouTube, they're all over the place again.
But yeah, you're going to see a lot more race baiting. You're going to see a lot more mass things. You're going to more of this, and then if that stuff doesn't work, I guarantee you that you're going to end up seeing a lot of these invading force start doing some terrorism.
Yeah, but that's another big thing too, right? So the crime rate of these people, they're purposely remember Biden just apologized for calling the person illegal or whatever, the dude that I forget how he killed the woman, but he ended up killing a woman. I forget it was like in a car accident or he, shot her or whatever it was. But the asshole apologized because he called a person a fucking illegal alien or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting.
So literally, bro, they're trying to deny rights and privileges and things to the American citizens, the people that pay taxes, the people that fucking add to the economy, the people that live here and have the rights, right? God-given rights for this land, bro. But at the same time, they're making all these excuses, bro, and giving all this money and support and government assistance and all these different things, bro. And hell, not even prosecuting them. That shit in New York, truck, how that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
you mean were they beating up the cops?
Yeah, beat the shit out of the cops, and then but he came out like Tupac, bro.
Let me tell you something. Believe it or not, I'd be arguing with the cops. I'd be like, wait, I asked them, I'd be like, yo, you guys are acting like your bullets don't work no more. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, that's
I'd be asking them shit like that.
Look, I said some wild shit. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna need y'all to start shooting these motherfuckers like y'all do niggas.
But you know what's fantastic? I was just about to ask you a question. Given the fact that you now have a female populace that craves abortion, refuses to submit to men, men are not marrying as much as they used to. Marriage rates going down, fertility rates are going down, the birth rate is going down. Now, knowing all of that, how exactly would you replenish our numbers in general in the country and ensure that you have a workforce in the future without allowing the floodgates of immigration, basically? Because the reality is they're here to replace all of these fuckers that we're not having.
You asked me on the right day. You asked me on the perfect day, truck.
Oh, really? Did I?
Motherfucking artificial wombs and them goddamn androids, baby.
Artificial wombs. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet, but this in truck, this was gonna happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That they're still not going to be able to substantiate that, even with the influx of the illegals, right? It's not going to be enough for them to do it, right?
No, well, listen, you got to remember, these people have large families for one. So
they do.
What do they say? You're supposed to have at least 3 children to ensure that you keep your ethnic group stable.
I think
it's 2.5 or some shit, but I count up to 3. So the reality is these people are going to have 4 and 5 and 6 children. You're going to pay for it because they're going to be all on welfare. So you're going to be paying for it. All these people complaining are going to be paying for it, right? But the reality is most of those people aren't going to move beyond being permanent underclass service sector workers. So the reality is, if you're dealing with all these people right here, right now, who refuse to do certain jobs, who refuse to work, most of these fucking Generation Z, they refuse to stay on a job. They refuse to work. They're not making their car payments. They can't buy any houses, so they're not making mortgage payments. So then the question is, what would you do? Because every other country that refuses immigration, legal or illegal, Japan, China, South Korea, every other country that refuses immigration, their numbers are shrinking too. And their numbers are shrinking in a way where at this point now they're trying to offer incentives for people to come there and buy houses. Nobody wants to move to fucking Sardinia. Nobody gives a shit about your $15,000 move to Sardinia or come to Japan and buy a house for $10,000. Nobody wants to do that. So my question is, without the illegal immigration, how are you going to fund how are you going to replenish these numbers? And how are you going to stop that age gap? How are you going to stop that age gap from growing?
Well, no, that's another thing too, man. And like I said, Truck, we're not going to be in the trouble that they were in China, I don't think. But like you said, bro, people going to understand this shit, and they don't understand why the reproductive rate is so important. The more
because black women don't submit.
Well, it's not just that. But
get a white woman.
Women in general, bro. Like I said, the reproductive rate has went down by 20, bro. Like 20 since the 90s.
Yeah,
right?
Keisha doesn't submit.
But I'm telling you, bro, for the time being, yeah, or whatever. But my thing is, I know for a fact if Trump gets in, a lot of these motherfuckers can kick the fuck up out of here. So that's why I'm saying that plan right there is not going to work. That plan will only work if you have somebody in you have somebody in office that's going to be in support of, illegal rights or whatever, or, what I'm saying, whatever is rights, right? But as soon as the person that's not that gets in, the motherfuckers will get put up out of here. Now, the whole anchor baby thing too, I think that's going to be a big thing that they try to change in Congress over the next 4 years, because it's crazy, bro, that you can literally come here pregnant, drop the baby, and now you can stay here with a baby.
First of all, let me stop you right there. First of all, that's part of the 14th Amendment. Without a constitutional convention, none of that is going to get changed. So even if you hear somebody campaigning about that shit, it takes, what is it? 3/4 of the House, 3/4 of the Senate, and 2/3 of the state. None of that shit is getting changed. That's a constitutional amendment. And the sad thing is, what I think is so ironic is the only reason why you needed the 14th Amendment is because white people were fucking black people over post-slavery. If it hadn't been for how they were dealing with blacks, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment wouldn't have been necessary. But they were.
Amendment made everybody
the 13th Amendment freed the slaves. The 14th Amendment guaranteed
made everybody slaves.
Well, if you say that, but it made blacks as citizens, and it gave you the right to contracts, private contracts. And then the 15th Amendment made it so you could vote and that nobody could deny you to vote. So if it hadn't been for white people fucking over blacks after slavery, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment wouldn't have been necessary. Now you got these illegals riding the coattails of the black slaves and getting in here willy-nilly as anchor babies. That is not going to change. That the only way you change that is 3/4 of the House, 3/4 of the Senate, 2/3 of the state. That ain't never happening. California, New York, Florida, all of these states that they're flipping blue, that ain't never gonna happen. It's just like with the Second Amendment. They can't revoke the Second Amendment without having a constitutional convention. They can do it, but they can't have it without a constitutional convention. They will never open the books. What they will do is they will keep passing unconstitutional laws. That's what will happen. So they're going to let these immigrants in here. They're going to stay here long enough to have children. That's what DACA is for. DACA is delayed enforcement. That's what it's for. They'll let these motherfuckers stay here just long enough to drop their babies. And once they drop their babies, now you've got a whole nother generation who's in direct competition with you for basically just about everything. So, and your vote. Because eventually Hispanics are going to outvote blacks and they're going to outvote whites. This is going to be Mexico.
Well, I disagree with you, Truck. I think that
not on the 14th Amendment, right?
No, I do disagree with you on the 14th Amendment.
You disagree with me that you have to have a constitutional convention to change it?
No. I think that the rule, like the way the law is being interpreted, is not constitutional, and I think it was a precedent that was set that gave the anchor babies. I don't think the anchor babies is actually the spirit or the wording of the law. I think
if you drop a baby on American soil, it's automatically an American citizen.
But Truck, no, Truck. That's what. Hold on. Let me hop in real quick, Savage. And that's what I'm saying, Truck. We're not denying that, but we're saying the baby has the right, shouldn't automatically give the rights to the parents. And Savage was going to what I was going to say too. I think it's going to be sent up to the Supreme Court to say that, hey, look, this kid stay here. If you want the kid to stay here, the kid's a citizen. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to be able to you're still going to have to either go through the process to be here legally. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that does the exact same thing. In fact, that's worse. You know what will happen? If the parents take their kids back to their country, their kids will go to school in their country. They won't get fucked up by American schools that are letting the dumbass kids sit there on fucking TikTok all day and not do any fucking work and learn shit. So they'll go back to their country. They'll learn both of their languages. And then when they feel like coming back here, they'll have their American passport. They'll come back here with or without mommy and daddy. And they'll still be in the same position and they'll still be able to vote.
Yeah,
so
but you're literally cutting it down you're cutting down the population by 50% though, Truck.
No, we're cutting down the population by 50% by aborting fucking children.
But we own it. I know we're not talking about that. We're talking about just the whole anchor baby situation. So if you say, hey, look, you got the choice of where, hey, the kid can stay, but your ass can go. You know what I'm saying? If you already have a person here that's legally able to be here, you can give them custody or make them wards of the state or whatever, cool, fine, whatever. Yeah, but your ass, again, you have to apply for and get the, you know what I mean, the become a citizen by legal means. You just can't stay here off the strength of having a kid. That's the point we're making.
Listen, that's never going to change because they'll never try to reinforce. They'll never try to enforce it. And besides, let's say they did. Who's going to do all this work? Like, for instance, I'll just say a real quick story. When I go to work sometimes in the morning and I get something from the deli, they have had the worst fucking workers in the deli because nobody wants to work in the deli because it's low pay. You got to deal with an Arab boss that you don't fucking like. They've lost, like, let's say 4 out of 5 of the workers in that deli. You know who the only reliable deli worker is? It's that Mexican dude, Augusto. You go to Home Depots around here. You know who the only reliable people you can get to paint your fucking house or to do your roof? It's them fucking Mexican workers standing out there. Now, meanwhile, all these niggas out here fucking robbing cars and stealing fucking car parts and shit. You can't get them to do any work whatsoever. You got white men killing themselves because Keisha won't submit to them either. The white Keisha won't submit. What is her name? Karen. Karen won't submit to the white men, so their fucking suicide rates are going through the roof. The ones who are here, all they can do is work fucking Uber. And, they can't even get in the corporate business world no more because now the Indians and Asians control this shit. So my bottom line is, who are you going to get to do this work? And I'm not making a case for illegals. Believe me, I'm not. But the reality is I recognize why the government's doing what it's doing. The health of the state is live birth.
It's not just the government, like you say, it's the government and the businesses. They're working in tandem. So you bring up another
health
good
of the
point.
state is live births. If white men ain't having babies and black people ain't having babies, and now the Hispanic women got that feminist bug up their ass, so they don't even want to fucking do what they're supposed to do. They don't even want to drop babies. So now you got to bring in illegal Hispanics who will submit, and they're dropping the babies. So what are you gonna do?
But Chuck, that's what I'm saying, right? So you bring up a great point, and that's what we're trying to say. So, damn, you made me lose my shit, and I was trying to cut in. I'm trying to jump in. Let me find it. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Savage, and I'll figure it out.
So when it comes down to the way the law works, if you have a constitutional Supreme Court, like for the most part we do, so they're going to go back to what the law meant when it was written. And it's not in the law that you automatically become a citizen if you have a child in this country. That was a interpretation of the law and a precedent that was set based on a judge that was not the Supreme Court. So that's what we're talking about with the anchor babies. Also, when it comes to the birth rate, you have a resurgence of Gen Z. Most of them, like, the men in Gen Z are the most conservative men ever at their age group. Also, you're having a resurgence of Christians having kids. So you have things that are working themselves out. The only problem is currently as we sit, you have the state and you have the feds pressing down on you from the top down.
And that's hard. So that's what it is. I figured. So that's all I want to say. So now we back in the same situation where it's not just the government, right? And it's not just the state. It's a tandem thing. The same game they ran when they motherfucking made everybody, you need a college degree, you need a college degree. The college finesse, they're doing the same blueprint for the illegal finesse. So the Tyson story is the perfect situation for this. And like you said, Truck, Americans want too much money. They're too greedy. They're too lazy. They don't really want to work, but they want to be paid as high as possible. They don't want a minimum wage. They want a living wage. You got to unions, and you got to give them fucking all types of benefits, healthcare insurance, all these different things, and all right? When what you can do is you can just fire all the motherfuckers, start fresh, and get with the motherfuckers that take any and everything and think it's, you know what I'm saying? Take the smallest amount and think it's fucking, just better than anything they could ever imagine in life. Y'all remember?
Now that you mentioned that, did you hear about the boycott of Tyson chicken?
That's never gonna happen.
No, I mean I think it's happening now.
Listen, Truck. Beer you can do. Beer, yeah, but I promise you,
No, wait. Do you know what I'm talking about? What I'm
Yeah, I
saying
know exactly
is
what you're talking about.
the
People were saying
workers were trying to unionize, and
yeah,
they're going
52.
to fire the
Yeah, they
motherfuckers.
fired the 52. I covered the story, Truck. I covered
42,000 asylum seekers.
Yeah, I covered that story specifically, Truck. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, but I'm telling you, that boycott is never going to work.
Yeah, but between Tyson and Purdue, these people are still no. When I say the boycott, I'm not. I agree with you. People are still going to eat their chicken, but what I'm saying is, it fits into what we're saying about asylum seekers coming here because these other people refuse to work unless you get all the benefits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but and that's what I'm saying, right? So that's why I say the whole thing is now they're showing their hand in the play. You know what I mean? All the people that's let them in, and their families and their people and asylum and all this other bullshit. Mind you, right? The businesses were staying out of it for the most part. They didn't have anything. But this shit right here is showing you, oh hell no, motherfucker, that we gonna take advantage. These motherfuckers happy we pay them, you know what I'm saying, $7 an hour, whatever the national minimum wage is. They cool and fine with that because that's, you know what I'm saying, more money they ever seen in their life. You feel what I'm saying? And then on top of that, bro, same thing you said, Truck. Tyson said they're going to provide lawyers. They're going to provide like fucking campuses for these people to live. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, childcare, everything. And then pay them, like you said, $16 or whatever an hour. I don't know if that's, the same rate or lesser, more likely a lesser rate, but just pay them that money. And now they ain't trying, they can't make a union because they're illegals.
Right.
Right. So like you said, man, and now the state is like, okay, well, shit, we want these motherfuckers to stay here. And then it's just a new thing that's got brought up, right? So, and I think they're fighting this in Congress. They're trying to change this over in Congress. So the amount of people you have affects what? The number of fucking the number of seats you get in Congress and electoral college, right? Yep, and electoral college. So the Republicans finally fucking seeing this shit like, oh, hold on, these motherfuckers think they slick. So what we got to do is and the census is no longer going to count non-citizens. We need to count motherfucking citizens only because these motherfuckers trying to use this shit, like you said, to cheat, man. These motherfuckers been cheating, dog.
Yeah, and if you try to argue that point about illegals coming here and voting with somebody, the first thing they'll say is, "Oh, that's bullshit. They can't vote." But the mere fact that these fuckers are here, and the mere fact that they get to increase their representation, obviously they do have some say.
Exactly, they still have.
And that, I'm tired of arguing with people. At this point, I want fucking dictatorship. I'm tired of arguing.
See, you going too far.
I want a fucking totalitarian who just fucking chops heads. I'm tired of this shit.
Well, so I don't buy chicken from Purdue or any of the big name. There's only 4 meat companies that pretty much own all of the meat distribution in America. Yeah, I don't buy any chicken from them. So this boycott will be easy for me.
But that's you. That's one individual. But you got to think about it. I promise. I'm pretty sure Tyson has a deal with these people's favorite fucking fast food restaurants, bro.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm just saying, like, me personally, like, I moved from the city and I moved away from the city, and I do everything local. But you do have a resurgence of people having children, and on top of it, the other reason that you have people that want such a high wage is because when they raised the interest rate, that meant that the bonds that people were holding wasn't paying. So they intentionally increased the interest rates, and they intentionally gave out money, which pushed inflation. So by increasing inflation, you're pricing people out of the market, because you're not, like, McDonald's can't pay their employees $75 an hour to make cheeseburgers. They can't. They have to find a way to cut costs. So that's what's happening. They're intentionally fucking the economy and making it to where the inflation is so high that normal people that live here can't take a low-paying job, or they stop looking for work, which brings the ability to bring in these illegals and put them places. And they're also, yeah.
Where did that seed get planted for? Sit on your lazy ass and don't go to work. Where did that seed get planted? When they purposely overpaid motherfuckers during the lockdowns, to, you know what I mean, that killed the spirit, bro. People don't understand just how big of a fucking, bro, psyop and social engineering that lockdown shit was, bro. They learned, it was so much shit learned, tried, attempted, and implemented and successful, bro. I can't even, bro. A piece of America died during the lockdowns, bro. I just say
Listen,
that.
I understand.
all of it.
Listen, I understand. But again, unfortunately, when that happened, I had the option to sit down and not work, but I worked and I lived my normal life just like I did every other day. You're right, but what you have to also realize is that these are all communist things. So communists are well known throughout history for emptying their prisons and sending them to other countries. Martin Luther King was talking about universal basic income in the 60s. Like none of these things that they're doing is new. Like Martin Luther King, the whole point of Martin Luther King was to have a black face to get the civil rights passed so that they could put sex and gender into it. Like if you actually like break down a lot of the talking points that a lot of black people on these panels say, you can literally trace it back to communist stuff that Martin Luther King was teaching at the time.
It's savage. Most people don't even understand that he went to fucking communist fucking schools to learn the shit, right? It is Marxist fucking acts and shit. And on top of that, like you said, I showed the documentary, I forget what it was. Bro, they pulled the same exact playbook that the people were pulling in Cuba, bro. Like "We Shall Overcome" was like a Cuban, it was like a Cuban translation. The whole like song and the thing, you know what I'm saying? That they took a lot of the shit from, like you said, previous plans. None of these playbooks are new. It's just the shit that goes along. And that's why you had fucking Bayard Rustin being one of the forefront names along with Martin Luther King. You know how he got down. And that's why I say when the people be praising fucking what's his name, James Baldwin. I'm like, bruh, y'all still ain't learned. Bro, you cannot do both. It's got to be one or the other. You can't do both. And when you let those people in, they always motherfucking mix that shit in it, and somehow it becomes the major issue. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be mentioned at all.
Well, that's why they've pushed the black culture to be in the forefront. Like, so they had Martin Luther King come out, and then 30 years later, they came out with rap music, and they pushed black culture. So now they intentionally devolved the black man and the black woman relationships from the 60s, and then over time, the fracturing of the family unit became a lower and lower form of relationships and culture that was there in the 60s, and then they pushed this degeneracy behavior out as what's cool, trying to bring down the entire culture of the country. And that's why they're using blacks to vote for the Democrats to bring in illegals, so that the illegal, like, effectively what's been happening with this illegal situation is like when your boss tells you that you have to train your replacement. That's effectively what's going on. But because you have the civil rights movement and Martin Luther King's Marxism and them turning everything into race, a good amount of black folks didn't catch on to, like, you're training your replacement. Like, that's effectively what it is. Like, there was just a poll that came out that said that that the poll was they polled black people, and 60% of black folks that were polled agreed with communism and did not agree with capitalism. So it was 60 for communism, 40% for capitalism. And then this like, regardless of the injustices or not, this pushing this victimhood for 50 years, 60 years has gotten to the point where, how many times have you heard a black guy or a black woman say, well, why would I fight for this country? Or like when Trump ran for president and he was like, make America great again. How many black talking heads did you hear them say, when was America ever great for black people? That's communism right there. That's exactly what
but
that is.
Well, hold on. That's a little bit different because the thing about it is, unlike the majority of the communist countries of the past, blacks actually have absolute reasons why they would be disenchanted, disappointed, or unwilling to fight for America. Now, granted,
That's not true, sir.
No, what are you talking about? You act like slavery didn't happen. Yeah, it did happen, and on top of that, in general, the mistreatment after slavery was also pretty fucking bad. So no, there are.
That's not true, though.
No, but that's got nothing to do with communism. That's got to do with post-racism. That has nothing to do with communism.
No, sir. That's not true, though.
You're telling me?
Yeah, a lot.
No. I'm
Sir.
sorry. Nope. Sorry. The reason why they feel the way they feel is because whether they're watching MSNBC or CNN, or they're watching a string of anti-slavery movies that came out by fucking Tyler Perry or whoever made them, they've been allowed to feel a certain way about the country. So whether it was watching George Floyd with a knee on his neck, or watching fucking what was that guy who got beat up by the cops and can't get along, Rodney King. No, they've got reasons. So no, that's got nothing to do with communism. Now, as far as the economics of it, yeah, there are some people who, in plain old simple terms, they don't fucking want to work, or they feel that their work is undervalued. Now, there I will give you the pass there. But when it comes to the racial aspect of it, oh no, there's plenty of reasons not to fight for America. There's plenty of fucking reasons.
That's not true.
How are you gonna tell me it's not true? I'm telling you it is.
Okay, so I'll give you a great example. George Floyd. They withheld evidence to crucify that cop. They lied and said that technique wasn't used in their training. It was used in their
technique. They saw the video. They saw the dude's knee on his neck. That's all they needed. They didn't. I don't know why people don't understand. No. Listen, optics is everything. What they saw is what they saw. How they felt about what they saw is how they felt about what they saw. Now, whether you agree with it or not, they felt that way, and they're going to act that way, and they're going to vote that way. So if they
Are you done?
No, I'm not. If they feel that there's no reason to fight for the country, if they feel that the system is unjust and they feel that it's disingenuous, then that's just how they feel. You can't deny their feelings. No, they have a reason to feel that way.
Sir, are you going to keep interrupting me, or are you going to let me finish the sentence?
Go ahead and finish. But if I feel the need to interrupt, I will.
Yeah, well, by your logic, then you're agreeing that if I feel like a woman, then I can be like a woman because I feel that way, sir.
If you want to be a woman, go ahead. I ain't got a problem with it. Just don't let me catch you.
Okay, but earlier you complained about. Okay.
I complain about TikTok because I think it's turning people stupid.
All right, well, let me hop in real quick and say this. I understand what Savage is saying, and Truck is like you're agreeing with him, but it's just I guess you don't want to agree. The whole George Floyd shit was another huge fucking psyop, bro. The knee on his neck was not true, to the point of where the defense had to stop saying that, because when they got the officer to meet the police chief, and one of the other people that was looking at the thing to admit that his knee was not on his neck, it was on his upper shoulder or some shit like that, right?
Uh-huh.
And then, like you said, the evidence that they showed, because I don't know if you remember this, they fired somebody. And then the lady released the information saying that, hey, they had originally, said it was originally the first coroner or whatever said it was an overdose, but somehow they changed it over or did some shit or whatever as to where, no, that's not what it was. And they got like another second opinion or another coroner to say, when again, bro, the whole thing is what it is. This is the thing. Black people have been inundated and attacked with fucking communism, bro, because of the disenfranchisement. So Truck is definitely right about that. So the plan was, because of the disenfranchisement and slavery and racism and all these different things.
It's 2 words: righteous indignation.
Yeah, this is why black people were targeted and so successful to communism and communist ideology, because you're in the white man's land, the white man don't love you, they don't like you, they don't care about you, you know what I'm saying? They're just always going to be forever racist. This is why the racist bullshit is so fucking dangerous, bro, because what happens is people can't see the forest for the trees, quote unquote. Okay, is America motherfucking the best country ever? I mean, you can make an argument that it's not, but if it's just the worst country ever, you can't even make that argument. If you're making the fucking argument that America is the worst fucking country ever, when again, Portugal, Russia, China alone have fucking had how many? In communism had the most fucking deaths through their government in history. You know what I'm saying? Not even close. It's crazy for you to make that argument. It just shows you don't know anything about history. You don't know anything about the world as a whole, you know, and just atrocities. Go ahead.
Fantastic. The reason I'm saying that narrative is false, because you actually
you
go
borging out.
into news articles and you go from fire. Can you hear me?
You borking right now. You're good now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Speak up.
Have you seen Uncle Tom 2?
2? No.
Yeah. So when you get a chance, go watch Uncle Tom 2. Chado Jackson, the guy that's the plumber in Uncle Tom 1, he goes through and does the research, and he goes back into he goes from the slavery all the way up into Martin Luther King. And he goes through and he shows articles and he explains that a lot of the narrative that was being taught about that Martin Luther King was espousing was not true. And him as a communist, he intentionally went and was getting teenagers and early 20s people to march, and that they were using the communist tactic of going and inciting protests where they weren't wanted to get, because what they don't tell you is back in the day, if you were a bunch of white people protesting, do you know how they cleared the crowd?
What?
Savage Red, I gotta ask you, brother. Your picture is looking awfully light here. I came in late, but your picture is looking awfully light here. Are you black?
Sir, I'm white, sir.
No, obviously he's white.
I had to ask. I came in here late.
Yeah. So during that time period, there were large crowds and they needed broken up, they used hoses and dogs on all the crowds. That was what they did.
That I actually knew.
That was what they did. But
yeah,
just like they were having these activists stay at churches, and then the cops would kick in the doors for the stuff they were doing so they could get the photo of cops kicking in the doors. Like, there was a large communist orchestration to get this media to show. And if you go and look into Chad O. Jackson, he explains this. And do you know the guy that named Up from Slavery? The guy that wrote that book?
No.
Okay, I forget his name. But he had a school of thought about putting your bucket where you were.
That was Booker T. Washington.
Booker T. Washington. So Booker T. Washington, his whole thought process was to put your bucket where you are and to build yourself up on self-reliance. It was his school of thought because he had made a group of men that were practicing this. It was his school of thought that got one of the people that was under him to go spend $110,000 for a building in Harlem in the in 1919 or 1920. It's because of that guy that you actually had the start of the Harlem Renaissance, because they were going and buying those buildings. Carver's group of men and their philosophy of life was going and doing that. Now, to pay $110,000 in 1920 for a building in an all-white neighborhood, like, that's against the narrative that the civil rights leaders were telling you. And you have Al Sharpton now that's saying the same things that Martin Luther King was saying, but we all know that life isn't like 1962. Like, a lot of I'm not saying there wasn't injustices, and I'm not saying slavery was good. But what I'm saying is a lot of the narrative that we're taught and told about is not accurate to what was happening. If you look into Tuskegee was making the best bricks in the country. So anyone that was building houses in that area, white or black, they would go buy their bricks from Tuskegee because they were the best bricks. The Jim Crow laws in a lot of the South were agreed upon by the leaders of the black and white community because the black leaders didn't think it would be fair to compete against the white society.
Yo, Savage. How come I ain't never seen you over at like conservative shit or fucking all them other niggas that be talking this shit? I never seen you over there.
Well, I work 15-hour days, 7 days a week, and the main channels that I visit happen to be Chaotic Truth, Mr. Fantastic, and this might be risky.
Well, okay, that kind of makes some sort of sense. But I'm just saying, it's just like the stuff that you're talking about now versus like the typical type of content that I see over here. It doesn't necessarily fit. That's why I was wondering.
Well, Andre, I don't know how long you've been subbed, but yeah, I covered this. I covered this specifically. I covered Martin Luther King a couple of times, and like I said, everything he's saying, bro. Like I said, it's I know it's a white dude saying it, so and niggas gonna get mad because I let the white dude say what he's saying, but what he's saying is facts. Again, Martin Luther King has been that one of the big reasons that him and that what happened in the situation was that outside of him and JFK fucking hoes together. Okay, if you didn't already know, outside of him and JFK fucking hoes together, JFK had to pull him to the side and be like, "Hey man, listen, the fucking FBI and the CIA looking at your ass. You surrounded by a whole lot of communists, bro. So you got to make a decision." This is why he had a big team change, and he started, as a lot of people start distancing himself from, because like you said, on the major scheme of things, right? They couldn't let him get caught up in that. And then too, like you said, while he was removed because he went off script. When he started talking that shit about, hey, I've sent my people into a burning building, and he started really telling black people the truth versus this whole motherfucking, illusion of inclusion and shit. Because look to it, like you said, the downfall of the black community started right, like almost, in lockstep, in sync with motherfucking the civil rights movement. Before that shit, before fucking we could sit on the same toilet as a white man and go eat at his restaurants and all this other shit, black people were thriving, man. From families to business to all these different things. So
well, not just that, but also the civil rights movement, the NAACP, all of them are like, you can go back and find where the people were selling their land and their properties and giving it to fund the civil rights movement. And there's actually multiple cases of the NAACP defrauding people out of their property. Like, there's all sorts of nefarious things that was going on back at that time. So,
Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long. Like, you've probably been around this channel longer than I have. Like, just judging by the way that you're able to talk your shit. Probably been here longer. I'm just wondering, just the perspective that you come from, and the perspective that contributes to the way that you speak, which I have no issue with at all. You could say whatever you want to say, like, as long as it's truth, I have no issue with it. But yeah, like the people that I named, that they're over at like Bernard's shit, and that's the space I would expect to see you at if you're over there.
Well, I don't have time like that. I was in SK's. I watched a lot of SK back in the day when he was live.
SK what?
SKC.
Kevin Samuels.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Kevin
KS
Samuels. That's KS.
KS.
Yeah, KS. My bad. But
yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, like, I have two mixed sons, so like, okay. I have two mixed sons, so I always stay relative to what's going on in culture, and I've always been a person that's interested in the past and actually looking for things.
Well, like the point that I'm trying to make is that like we've got dudes like over there that are we've got dudes like fucking angry snowman and shit that's like, if you didn't know about
Yeah, I
it, you
know.
would have thought he was a white supremacist. But like, yeah,
I know Angry Snowman.
yeah, like I seen him in spaces where I didn't think I would have seen him, but I haven't seen you. That's what I'm wondering about with the takes that you have right now. It's interesting.
But let me get Andre, do you have anything outside of that?
We got to go back to the topic. I'm just wondering, just at the current conversation, but I'll look at the topic again and I'll get back to you. My apologies.
No problem. All right, free game. What you got, bro?
Man, what it do? I think that dude was absolutely wrong about far as black people are the only one that should be really neutral to the situation, but at the same time, it's going to take black and white people to fix the goddamn issues that's going on in America. Now it's the best time to get over the racism, put that down for a while, and work together to come to a middle ground, because these people that's coming to America, they haven't been in America long enough to know what it is and what it is about. They just coming here for the opportunities. So black and white people gonna have to come to a middle ground and get some goddamn laws passed and build that patriotism back up to set the country back, to the right path.
That's a good point.
I want to hop in here right quick. What's up, Fantastic? How you doing?
You got it. What's going on?
So first of all, Savage Red, bro, your kids are not mixed. Your kids are white. You are a white person. So if you have kids as a man, if the woman ain't Jewish, your kids are white. Okay, as a black man, if I get a white girl pregnant, my kids are black. Your kids are not mixed. We don't claim them. They're yours. They're white. I just wanted to put that out there. We should not be having to claim their kids. So I got 2 mixed kids. What the fuck you don't?
Well, hold on. Wait. So, but Pastor, that's a biological and a sociological problem when you say that, because clearly they're not going to be white.
Yes, the hell they are. They are classified by their father.
Not black
they are
either.
classified by their father. You are classified by your father unless you are.
Sir, how do you know that I'm the father of them, sir?
Therefore, them kids are not ours.
Well, not. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't think he was putting on the kids for us to claim them, so to speak. But I know a mixed woman when I see one. I'm definitely not calling a fine ass mixed bitch white. I can tell you that, brother.
That's because we have grown to accept them, because we will accept ours. We will accept ours, right? It's cool. It's all good.
But Pastor, the problem is, how do you tell though? How do you know? How do you know which is which?
I don't think you know what, you really can't tell. But we're talking about far as conversational purpose, far as you being a father, you are not going to put them kids off as mixed or ours. Them kids are white. They are yours. They need to be. Look, yo, I know a dude that has a white dad and a black mom. We call him White Boy down here. And he clearly calls himself White Boy. You ask him why he calls himself White Boy? Because he has a white father. And we're not even mad at him about that. It makes perfect sense. Right?
It sounds like you're mad at him right now that you called him out.
Huh?
Like, I'm saying, it sounds like he's mad at him right now for the fact that he called
No,
him.
I ain't mad at him. I've told him this before. I'm not mad at him. But I have to keep reiterating that. I think we have to keep reiterating that.
Sir, how do you know that I'm not the stepfather to them? How do you know that I didn't adopt them, sir?
Well, then if you're a stepfather, then that means they're not your biological kids, right? I get that, right? They're not your biological, cool.
Do I take care of them?
You take care of them?
Let me do this. Oh, stop. Let me do this. Listen, I don't like doing the kids thing, bro. Pastor, you know me long enough for that, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just stop it right here. I'm not cool. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't think you disrespected, so to speak. But that's that man's kids, and that's his business. I'll say
leave
that.
it alone. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I can't. That goes against my principle. So, Savage, no, my fault, fam, for allowing that. I apologize.
No, you're
You know,
fine.
I
You
don't
don't have to
want that.
apologize.
No, it's cool.
It's
It's
not
cool.
the
No,
first
I
time I've
do
heard this
because
stuff. I appreciate you though.
no, it's cool. It's cool. But like I said, and Pastor, like it's no disrespect, but like I said, I don't feel like you really, but I don't like, you know what I mean? We talking about kids here, and I don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying? I would do the same for you. You know, I don't do that. So
And I get it, and I didn't mean I wasn't trying to like be mean or mad at him.
I got you.
We're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone because it wasn't about him personally, but we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, I got you. And that's why it's just better to stop it there. But did you have anything on the topic outside of that?
Nah, I actually just started listening like 5 minutes ago, and I caught that part.
No problem. Cool. It's all right. Well, hey man, listen. Shit. I'm running into motherfucking Hamp time anyway, bro. So shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to Chuck. This was a great Tinfoil Tuesdays. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Be careful when you fly, goddamn. If it's a Boeing, hey, I'm telling y'all, I can't wait to go on a Boeing flight. I hope both of the doors fly off that motherfucker.
Boeing, I ain't going.
Hey, that shit. Hey, hold on, but Boeing. Have you seen those interviews they did with those with a lot of the mechanics? They were like they wouldn't even fly on those planes, and the mechanics were doing. They were smoking weed and shit.
Listen. Y'all niggas scared of money. Okay, y'all scared. Listen, I will be I told y'all. I said this the other day. Nigga, the fucking doors fly off that motherfucker as we about to land. This me.
And say thank you, Lord. Tell him thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
I'm about to at least get 100,000.
No, listen, fantastic.
Free flights forever.
What you do is you wait until they land the plane, it comes to a stop, and then fall out your chair and fall out the plane. It'll be about a 10-foot drop.
Listen, y'all don't want no money.
Fantastic. Like I'm personally not invested in the current big Bitcoin bull run going on right now currently, but I did notice a while back that I said this in the chat that certain countries were receiving quote unquote donations in Bitcoin,
like Ukraine,
or not Ukraine, but the opposition to Ukraine and their allies were receiving donations in Bitcoin. Please don't say it, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they were receiving donations in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I seen that too. It's countries that was
Bitcoin.
Yeah, it was countries that got caught up in that too, bro. Like I said, that's why I say, bro, I just don't trust it, man. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying the big truck. I'll leave the big truck to say that it's a Ponzi scheme and all this other shit. It just seems like a major setup to me, man. And we seen it happen when the whole shit happened. What, back in
GameStop
20? Well, that too. I say, yeah, I mentioned that too. Not just that, the stonks thing, the whole, the meme stonks and but when that crypto drop happened in what was it 22 or 21? Whatever it was, bro.
Crypto drop was
2020 is when it started, really. But it went crazy, like
yeah, but I'm saying the drop from it though. So when they had the major drop, remember?
Bitcoin reached the high of
15,000.
Bitcoin reached a high of 68,000, and that
dropped down to 16, right? Pastor, I know it was
15,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. So just imagine all the money that's fucking lost in that shit, right?
Trillions.
And trillions of fucking dollars, man. And that's just scary in itself. Something that's, you know what I mean? Just
no, but you know what? No, but fantastic. All of this shit is coincidental. When Bitcoin had that high, that was back in 2021, right? But that Russian-Ukraine war, if you remember, one of the first things they were talking about was how Russia was in crypto, right? It was like at that point, I knew they were going to not regulate it, but I knew they were going to go after that shit because they didn't want Russia being able to move money around. So that was 21.
Do y'all remember those Bitcoin farms they had in was it Kazakhstan? Was it Kazakhstan at that time?
Russia, Kazakhstan, China, they had Bitcoin farms everywhere.
And then America got caught burning them shits. they burnt them shits down.
Yeah. No, it's a gigantic money laundering scheme, no matter how you slice it.
How do you call it money laundering? How do you call it money laundering, though?
How do you call it money laundering? What do you call a decentralized fucking platform where you can move large amounts of money around and not have to file a 1099K? Yeah, that's money laundering.
Like, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily
Yeah,
money.
I still had money in
laundering.
AMC.
That could be.
Well, that's
for the
too bad
people
for you
that
because
are
I told people not to put their money in that shit so they wouldn't lose it.
Oh no, I made money.
Decentralized currency.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, you literally said
I
it's a
made 30
decentralized-
grand.
Yeah, I'm a believer now. I'm a believer
30
now
grand?
because at first I was like, big truck. I ain't believe that shit, but I'm like Savage Red. I agree with you. I made one come up off that shit, and I was like, yeah, this shit. Yeah, I got hooked.
But guys, do you understand? That's the whole point of a fucking Ponzi scheme.
Nah,
they
bro.
need to get you to win at least once because that's will get you to trust them to put more money in. That's the point.
Like I agree with you with Bitcoin, but the meme stocks are something else.
No, the meme stock, just because they're connected to companies doesn't make them any better. The people now, keep in mind, you remember that guy Savage Kitty and how he didn't let anybody know that he was basically an insider. You remember that? You remember that with GameStop? You remember when the shit started going up?
I actually watched that movie. That movie was decent too.
No, and by the way, you remember?
I'll shut this shit down, y'all. Hey,
now.
Appreciate y'all for coming. Goddamn, I'm out. Listen, I'm doing this shit too long. Listen, yeah, man. I'm not saying. Listen, financial advice. Make sure you talk to your. This is not financial advice. Talk to your financial advisor, your CPA, your accountant, your whoever. Hey, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit. YouTube, before y'all try to say I said some crazy shit about the COVID vaccine. Here's the article from the United States government memorandum for all members of Congress from concerned service members. Let me show it on the fucking screen so y'all don't try to fucking get over on my bullshit and knock my video down. Y'all always do this shit anytime I mention COVID at all. Okay, here it is. It's not my opinion, and it specifically names Declaration of Lieutenant Chad Choppin, United States Coast Guard. Who else? Yeah. So there we go. So this is the stuff I was talking about earlier. Don't fuck with my video. And with that one, that's that on that one, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Holla.